All right, hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Pretty please, no issues this stream, pretty please. Oh god, I really hope that we don't have to deal with any of the connection issues, weird stuff that was going on all last stream. It seems like so far there wasn't any issues. Like, of course, before I start up the stream, I have it run for a little bit before we actually like put it out there. And it doesn't say there's any, dropped frames or issues or connection issues or anything. So hopefully we're good. We will see. But what's going on, y'all? What's up, Bamboozle, Devour, Arrow? Where's my chat box? Give me my chat box. Chat box? Chat box? Chat box? It's coming. Don't worry. It's on its way. What else we got here? Aaron, Scarlet, Yan, Sunny, Anti-Noblium. Hi, Mr. Devib. Hello. Lilithurg? Lilithurg? Hello there. How are we doing, y'all? Hello, Yash. Yash says, I'm chroming it. I'm chroming it. No, you're not chroming it. Not here. Not on... You're at work right now, Yash. You cannot be chroming it on the job. Alright, save that for your free time. What was I gonna say? I was gonna mention something, I forgot. Oh, Chromie being on the thumbnail. Yeah, we already used Yisong. We already had a Yisong thumbnail after like the third stream or something. So I believe Canto IV is about Yisong. But he was not available to come in to take pictures or anything. So Cromer volunteered to take the spotlight on the thumbnail there, Hello, Isaac. Release the ideals. Okay, yeah, I think Canto IV may be about Mr. Ideal Yisong himself. Devour asks, have you seen the Season 6 trailer, Devin? No, I have not. Shall we... Is that something we should watch? Hello, Tony. It's about John Ideal. His life story. Hello, Daniel. I think I did see the, let me look it up. The Season 6 trailer, I'm pretty sure it popped up on my YouTube feed. But I think my brain might have registered. I do not know this circle. As long as you're not chroming it, I don't mind what you do in the circle. But we cannot have a chromie circle jerk. It's not allowed. It's not important right now. Do what you want. We might watch at the end of stream. Is there any like spoiler? I don't think so. The seasons aren't related to the cantos, are they? Are there any spoilers that come along with watching the trailers for the new seasons? Hello, Alexandre and Brian. Doesn't have much spoilers. Okay. But there is like kind of one. Yeah, Aaron says kind of. We'll probably hold off then. Maybe we'll watch it once we get to... I don't know at what point we're like, okay, we can start watching that stuff. I don't know how far we have to get into the game before I'm comfortable with. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter if we get spoiled because there aren't really any more spoilers to hit us with. But hello, CG. Not really, but some abnormality fights and IDs for characters that appear. It's not real. I wouldn't mind. Here, let's watch it. Let's start off by watching the... Let me pull up the trailer. Limbus Season 6 trailer. Oh yeah, I see it. It released 11 days ago. It's only a minute long. So let me pull up... Let me turn down Limbo. Limbo! You're too loud. You're too loud, Limbo. Alright. This is the Season 6 trailer. Zhang Hua Yin. You think we're gonna get taken down for reacting to the trailer? I don't know. I hope not. If stream is taken down for any reason, you know why. You know why it happened. There's a preview in a trailer. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the teaser. Is this not the actual one? Trailer. Where's the trailer? Is it this one? I think it might be this one. 4 days ago, top option. Okay, y'all ready for this? Are we on the Limbus? Hello, Storm. Okay, we got Bamboo Man, we got Oh, was that the guy from last stream that we beat up all those times? Was that the wooden puppet mummy man that I saw? I think I saw somebody that looked like him. Hey Shoe Pack Sea Branch Rhodion. She's got her little hat, bamboo hat thing going on. Hey Shoe Pack Gregor. What's going on with his hand there? Is he like a blood fiend? Is that blood fiend Gregor? See, no, this is the mummy. These are the mummy man ones. That was the mummy man we took down last time, but somebody had a, was that an ego or an ID? His arm is a snake. Oh. I see. It was Mummy Don. Hello, Shen. What is even going on? I don't know what I'm looking at. Tears of the Tarnished Blood. Honglu. What's that? He left the spear in him? Oh, he's holding the spear. That kind of looks like... Is that what it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be Burrowing Heaven? Doesn't Burrowing Heaven have that spear? Isn't that the... I don't think it is supposed to be. But isn't Burrowing Heaven's ego weapon, doesn't that thing look exactly like that? Maybe it is supposed to be that. No, it's not. It does look like it though. The red Burrowing Heaven spear. Zilu and Zigong. Who is Zilu and Zigong? Season 6. Limbus. Is he just keeping the spear inside of him? I don't think it's healthy. I think, was he holding or was it actually inside of him? I think it might have actually been inside of him. I don't know if that's a really good idea. No, not Zeret. Zeret, go away. Go away. You're not allowed on the stream. You're not allowed on the stream, little Zeret man. Alright, that was cool. Yeah, I thought it was going to tease. Well, I guess there's not really anything else to tease in the trailer other than the new IDs and egos and all that stuff. Which I guess makes sense. I don't know what I was really expecting from that. It's cool, though. I thought it was pretty sick. It was in his chest. He might want to get that checked out. That might not be good for him. Minor spoiler characters. I mean, I didn't see anybody. The only guys I saw were those weird bald-looking fellas. Are we gonna have to fight the bald gang? Are the sinners going to go take down a cancer patient facility? Is that our next stop? It's a possibility. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. The ego activated when he died, which is what was cool. Kamikaze ego. Oh, I see. The "you're bald" incident is canon. Maybe that's what, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe it's the bald is awesome aberration. Zex says the spears, while the actual ego itself is closer to yin yang, the spears and heavenly imagery is reminiscent of White Knight. He did have the white and red colorage going on. It reminded me of Burrowing Heaven, but maybe it's just me. But alright guys, well, before we get into our game, we still have one more thing I have to show you. It's your word of the day. And then we'll get into our limbo. So your word of the day today is apotropaic. Something designed as apotropaic is designed or intended to avert evil. The etching, for example, the etchings are believed to be associated with the ancient apotropaic rituals. I'm sure we can find a use for the word today. But let's get it on. Let's get that Limbus on. I think I may have found a way to fix the issues from last stream. I was using a kind of outdated encoder, so I fixed that, and then also I disconnected from YouTube and reconnected. You know, the good old turn off, turn on again always works. So hopefully we don't have to deal with any of the issues from last stream. If we do, then we'll make it work. Looks like we have some friend requests coming in here. I've yet to do anything. I guess I could change this now. Let's change our picture. We have some cooler ones. I mean, of course, it is a classic. Our in-corp Wait, should I change it? I feel like the first non-uptied Incorp Don is kind of grown on me. I don't know if I can get rid of it. I mean, I could throw on, you know, one of our cool new, like, Inclair or Grippy Faust, but I kind of like our Incorp. I think I'm gonna keep it. I like the Incorp Don. Do Inclair since he's so special? I mean, he is so cool, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you, non-uptied Inclair looking dumb as hell. I don't know why he's looking at me with this look. I don't know what he wants from me. All right, I would like it if he would look away. He's like, he wants something from me. I can't give it to him. All right, I'm sorry. And then you got Faust in the background looking at me too. I don't know what's going on there. Obviously the uptied version's pretty sick, but the armpit ID for Don, what is it the armpit ID? Why is it the armpit ID? Just cause she's got a tank top on? Zwei Gregor would be cool. Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't used him yet though. Like, it'd be a little strange to put him on when we don't even know how, like, I haven't built up a real connection with him yet. I think we're gonna keep it. I think we're keeping the, what's her face? Oh, you can use Ego as a picture too. Is that what this is? That looks so stupid. Why would you ever do that? We're keeping our Don. We're keeping the Don. Oh, but I don't want to add a friend. I want to add friend. That's a good point. But all right, well, last time we were here, my friends, we did a mirror dungeon, which was really, really cool. Really enjoyed the mirror dungeon. We managed to pull another 3-star. So we got Gregor on the squadron now, Mr. Tank Gore. Tank Gore is up on here. And so I think we got a pretty decent team. Obviously, I should probably put this on as well as level it up. Let's get up to like level 30. You know the drill. Perfect. We do not yet have the thread to begin uptying him. Should probably get into the habit of doing the thread excavation so that we can start to build that up and we can get this boy leveled up. But he's just a big tanky boy. I don't know what his tier 3 uptie is going to give us, but I'm sure it's going to be something good, you know? Are we lagging? Stream lag? It says there was no lag. Use the max uptie on Gregor? Oh wait, we could. We could max uptie him. Oh, that is an option. We could max uptie the Gregor. Well, I feel like we should save it. Don't. Everybody says don't. Okay. Thread Lux Evasion is not how you build up thread. You need to do mirror dungeons and level up the BP. I'm not quite sure on what a BP is. Aaron says he's one of the most underrated IDs people hate for no reason. We'll see. We'll rock him non-uptie. We'll do uptie level 1. Oh, the battle pass. Well, it seemed like the battle pass was barely giving us anything. Let me see. I mean, obviously the battle pass is about to go in 2 days. Look, you get 4 thread. How am I supposed to get any thread from this? 4 more thread. You ain't get no thread from this. This is poo. There's gotta be a better way. Trust me, we'll give you a lot of stuff. Maybe. Oh, that's true. All of the ego shards. The ego shards are gonna convert to thread anyways. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll build it up eventually. We'll build it up eventually. Unless I really should uptie him though. What shards do I have? How do I view my shards? I know that we do have this box that can give us 10 shards. We've got quite a bit. And it's not like we're using them other than... We might as well just get rid of them and use them for thread. I don't really see a reason not to. How do I see my shards? But it's probably there's no point in trying to farm any of the the shards up because they're all gonna get inverted anyways. You invert them at the dispenser. Thank you. Where they at? Where they at? Where they put them? I'm at the dispense. Where they put my... Oh. Shard thread exchange. Yeah, let's just get some thread. I want this boy uptied. How much do you need to get him up to level 3? I hope we have enough. It would be quite nice. I think you need like 80 for the Uptie 3 itself. 100 thread for a 3-star. My guy, that is not a lot of shards. I mean, it's a decent amount. That gets us up to 76. Would we need 50 for the first one and then 100 for the second Uptie? Oh, we're gonna have to farm some up. Does this even give me a single Uptie? It's gonna be really sad if not. I'm really hoping. I should have checked. 20 for that. Yeah, we're 24 off. And there's no way to get 24. That's okay. Maybe we'll farm some up in due time. But Mr. Gregor is not the focus of today's stream. Today's stream, we are going into Canto IV, the Unchanging. You have crates? What are we talking about the crates? I know, I have crates for 10. Oh, it's 1 to 3 ego shards. Oh my goodness. Wait, was 19 enough? I still don't think it was. I think we're still off. I think we still don't have enough. We're 5 off. We'll get some eventually. Don't worry. I mean, I could. You know what? I want to. We're gonna do a pull. Let me just do like one little pull. You know, one little pull here. And then like get a shard there. And then like extract again and do another little pull down here. And then just give me another shard there. And then now we've got enough shards. Look at that. It's perfect. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? That's what we use our tickets for. Just to get the shards. It would have been really sick if we did get a 3-star. That would have been insane. 3-star pull out of nowhere. It was a win-win because either we pull a 3-star or we just get enough shards to upgrade our boy. All right. Uptie 3. Zwei Association South Section 4. Gregor. And we get a support passive. If one ally with the highest max HP is targeted by 2 or more attacks, gain defense level. Ah, dude. All right, y'all. I just have. Can you guys see me yet? We're back, guys. I just have to figure this out. This is pissing me off so bad. This is so bad. It's so stupid. I haven't done anything wrong. What have I done to deserve this? God. Do we just take the day to figure out the damn lag? There's just no point. It's so poo. I don't want you guys to have to suffer through this. It's so incredibly poo. I can't believe this. I have to figure this out. We're gonna do one more stream, and then if I don't have it figured out for tomorrow, I'm gonna spend the entire day trying to figure this out. God, that is so annoying. All right, I apologize. Okay, client fella, why don't we take a quick smoke break right here? What? Another one? Come on, we won't have another chance for a smoke break after this point. You'll thank me later, trust me. And if I could borrow a light. The child casually reached out to the client, speaking jovially. They could almost be mistaken for 2 old pals from a distance. There are many ways in which the Zwei Association conducts their protection contracts, but proximity protection is the most commonly requested one among them. Staying in close proximity to the client, controlling variables and unanticipated circumstances around them. The child had been exclusively taking these contracts for quite some time. Stop right there. Maintain your distance from the VIP. Oh, big guy. What are you so anxious about? This isn't your first day at work, is it? I don't know how this Zwei works, but this is not how we do things at our office. Jeez, if you're gonna act that obvious about it, might as well make our client hold a sign that says, I know you're there, try and get me. The child sighed, puffing a heavy plume of smoke, and continued. The best case scenario is where we don't have a situation. It's the best of both worlds, right? No fuss, no muss, and we still get paid. Free money. I'm standing right here, you know. Huh? Oh, right, my bad. The client was beginning to seem rather worried. I didn't feel safe enough with a fixer from an office, so I paid a fortune to hire a bodyguard from the Zwei Association Section 4. I didn't expect them to send some old guy who doesn't understand the concept of personal space. Some old guy, come on. I thought the Zwei Association fixer was one of a more intense nature, adamantly abiding by their procedures and principles. Oh, we are? Well, the coat does make me look a bit stuffy, don't it now? That's not what Well, why does it matter how I look? It's all good as long as I do my job, right? Just like this. The child suddenly raised his leg and kicked the other bodyguard to the ground. What? Hey, easy there, client fella. I'm not stabbing you in the back. Before he finished his sentence, numerous blades struck the spot where the bodyguard stood here moments ago. Saving the big guy's life. You can thank me later. The child nonchalantly threw off his overcoat and stood between the clients and his assailants. Oh, there's his metal arm! There's our robo-arm, Gregor. At the exact spot where an assailant's blade was striking. Underneath the overcoat was a stuffy navy-hued coat signifying his membership of the Zwei Association. And underneath his glove was a steel prosthetic arm. Boy, there's a lot of them. Sparks flew from the Zwei hander that stopped the blade. Glimmering brighter than the embers of the child's cigarette, the assailant had swung the blade with such might that had it struck, it could have more than bisected the client. The child easily held his ground. With his left hand, the child flicked the ashes off his cigarette as though one hand was more than enough to withstand the strength behind the blade. And he remarks, Hey, client fella, I can take care of this before my cig burns out. So just hang back there and relax, okay? Zwei is your shield after all. Okay, he looks a lot cooler in his, Oh, look at that free ego. I forgot about that. He looks a whole lot cooler in his uptied form. I'm very glad that we uptied him. I do like my boy Gregor much more like this. And so what's his third skill? Apply defense power up and defense level up to all allies. At 6 or more defense level up, coin power +1. At 10 or more defense level up, deal plus 30% damage. And then on hit, apply 3 defense level up to all allies next turn. Wow, okay, yeah, so this is how he acts as a tank even if you're in a non-focused battle. Like, if you're applying defense level up to your entire team, then he's still, like, helping them out. You know, he's still acting as, like, a big shield boy. Zweiger is the generalist Gregor. I could see it. He seems like he's just pretty good no matter who you're fighting. Okay, and then what's his defense? Combat start gains shield by 2 times defense level up on self. Nice. I like it. Yeah, so he's a super tanky boy. Sick. And honestly, this support passive, pretty big fan. Oh wait, no, that was just his normal passive. Was it? If targeted by 2 more attacks, gain 2 defense level up. At 50% or less HP at the start of the combat phase, gain 3 defense level up. And his support is if one ally with the... Oh yeah, we saw this one. If they're targeted by 2 or more attacks, gain 3 defense level up. That is big. All right. Awesome. Okay, well that's probably going to be our team now. It's going to be Incorp plus Generalist Defense Gregor, which honestly I think fits in really good. We already have a lot of damage on this team, so it should work just fine. All right. Well, we've delayed long enough. It is time we enter Canto IV. We were neither high flyers nor greedy vultures. We were merely children who loved technology. Oh, is this Yi-san talking? Do you remember the day when we first felt that we were breathing? Back then, that breath alone would suffice. Or perhaps it was the air that was exceptionally clear that day. Nest K's ruined streets. The views obscured by smoke and dust. Terrified screams, hopeless outcries, pained moans, and the sounds of hard objects breaking create a cacophony. It is time to turn the clock. I can hear Yisong, the only conscious sinner at the moment, muster up his remaining strength to speak. Captain Ahab says, love how everybody has an ID except for Mersault. Oh, is that... I didn't even check. Is Mersault the only one? Well, I mean, Mersault's base ID is really, really good. But that is true. I think he was the only one that we have not got an ID for yet. His base ID was kind of huge. The others are on the floor among dismembered corpses like powerless puppets. Fatal injuries were left by an abnormality. Yet we are in the middle of a nest. Weren't abnormalities supposed to be confined within Lobotomy Corp's branch facilities or dungeons? Meanwhile, the abnormality pierced Yisong's abdomen as I wondered. I had no one else to share this question with. Where are we going this time? The sinners seemed to grow quite accustomed to this work. As if we were on a road trip, some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination. That's not quite the right question. The mission begins with a person rather than a place. A person, you say? We happen to have a client. You mean we take requests from outside, like we're a fixer office or something? Oh, hath our carriage begun to be frequented by requests already? Excelente! It may take little time at all to become a renowned fixer. Quiet, I'll be answering questions. As you all know, the Golden Boughs are a relatively recent discovery. Fortunately, J-Corp and D-Corp didn't have much interest when we visited their districts. This is why those facilities were populated by no more than backstreet miscreants or ragtag syndicates. However, there are wings that have caught wind of their existence and value early, like K-Corp, whose turf we're in right now. But I thought we'd already taken the Golden Bough here in K-Corp's nest. I have never said there are any rules that say only one bough may exist in a district. The distribution of Lobotomy Corp's branch facilities is more complicated than you expect. They can be found everywhere, spread quite literally like tree branches. Like how one was connected to our estate's basement. There's also haven't been any clear definitions about who owns the boughs, which is why everyone's been playing by the primitive rule that the first finders of a bough are its keepers. Well, that's how it usually goes with slumbering treasures. In that case, are you telling us that we've accepted the request to earn ownership of a golden bough? To be exact, they made the offer first. Since the golden bough is on the line, we have no choice. I get it now. Thus, I don't know how many times I have to remind you of this, but do not do anything to aggravate the client. By the way, now then, keep your mouths shut until you're there, all as usual. Dante seemed to have something to say. Thank you, Faust. Sorry about that, Dante. I do hope you understand that it's quite cumbersome to grow used to the concept that the ticking of a clock can be something to respond to. So what are the Golden Boughs used for anyway? When I think about it, all we were told was a vague order to collect them, and nothing about what the company plans to do with them. They're asking about the purpose of the Golden Boughs. I see you've finally begun to ruminate on subjects, Manager Dante. Here you are, growing curious about the company's plans. Then I ought to aid your management as a guide by providing kind explanation. The Golden Boughs. They are branches, as their name suggests. That's what we call stems growing from the trunk of a tree. These ones happen to have a golden glow. Oh, forsooth! Don Quixote was the only one responding passionately to this information. Thanks to this exchange, he painted me as an ignorant bloke who doesn't even know what a branch is. Rhodia shrugs at me as if to chaff me for expecting a real answer. Berg, the road is blocked. Should I go around it? It's blocked? Strange that there's a blocked road. This is in the middle of K-Corp's nest, too. It's unlikely that there's a scene. Before Ishmael could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her. Something just got flung at the bus and boinked off. That was a person, wasn't it? A male individual who appears to be in his early 40s. There seems to be a serious injury in his occipital region. He has already died before the impact. Yeah, sure doesn't seem like the average scuffle. It stopped. It's a problem you can handle. Come back after you're done. What about if it isn't? The clock will have to spin until it's been dealt with. That's one elegant way to tell us to go die 1,000 deaths. Now then, off the bus. What? Weren't you about to say the same thing anyway? Saved you the trouble. I just can't wait. What adventures are in store for us this time? What adventures indeed? No more chicken cake warpers, are there? Are the chicken men making a return? Let me drop, we're dropping Hong Lu. Oh wait. Actually, is this our first time? That's true, this is our first time coming back to a Canto since we've gotten in Claire. So he wasn't even selected either. Okay, team 1. This is our lusty railway. This is the lusty railway team. I don't know what the railway means. Buzz wouldn't be you, and then you, and then you, and then you too. Excelente! Hello, Yuoki. As you saw through the bus, we are in the middle of a nest, a place that should be the furthest from an unexpected trouble. Would that mean that this is a precious commotion? Everyone except drowsy Hong Lu was tensed up, carefully observing what was going on. Is that... Hello, frogs. Someone was running our way in a hurry from the other side. The civilian was too hurried to look ahead. They bumped into the sinners and fell to the ground. Don't go that way. Come now, you may rest easy. We have galloped hither to save innocent lives such as yours, for we are... There are no such things as heroes, so please don't say anything unnecessary. Oi, we need to cross here. If you're to stop us from nothing, then I'll give you a taste of this bat. Looking at Heathcliff's intimidating face and Ishmael's frown expression in turn, the civilian seemed to take a moment to consider which would be more of a threat. There's something ahead. Something that shouldn't be real. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone was screaming and running, and then people rolling on the floor set on fire. Did the entity you witnessed have a form that does not resemble a human? Yeah, you're right. That's right. Then if it isn't a person, keeping the suspected possibilities in our mind, we headed for the center of the disturbance. Oh, is that like a bullhead? You know, if I didn't know better, this does kind of look like a chicken body. Doesn't this kind of like if it's like upside down chicken? It's upside down chicken. The Red Bull, if you turn him upside down, those are the little chicken legs, and these are the arms. You see it? You see it? It's real. I think it may be a chicken aberration. What are you saying? Look, if you take your camera, go upside down. Look, let me show you. Let me give you an idea of what we're looking at here. All right. Look, give me a second. Okay. So if you're looking at the bull, okay, you see these little things here? These are the chicken... Oh, these maybe even could be chicken arms. They're either chicken legs or chicken arms. And these are literal chicken legs. You can put them side by side. Obviously, the chickens didn't have the guy crawling out of them, the giant mega meat man crawling out. I don't really know what's going on there. Aaron sees it. It's a roast chicken. It's real. You guys think I just make this stuff up? What's going on here? Wait, it could be a distortion or whatever, no? Like the chicken place! No, that's different. This one's an abnormality, not a distortion. I'm sure of this somehow. As Dante suggested, that entity is likely to be an abnormality. Our manager's able to sense it. But then, why? Why is an abnormality in the middle of a nest? It's a phenomenon of which Faust has never been notified. Most Lobotomy Corp facilities were shut down as soon as the wing was dissolved. I was reminded of the site burial Yuri told us about, but I quickly shook off those gloomy memories. Even if an abnormality did break out in the meantime, there should have been a report informing us of such a fact before this mission. It's hard to imagine that the LCC would have been unable to notice if such an event actually occurred. Scarlett says, bro, I just got an ad with fried chicken. Why did you do this, Devin? I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you guys, this is a Oibong's chicken facility sponsored stream. It's our first sponsor actually on the channel. We got a KFC one coming in. We've got a Popeyes. We've got a Cane's. All right, they're all in the works right now. Could they be the security staff that gets sent by K-Corp? Rather than suppressing the abnormality, they're just getting completely wrecked. Sort of takes me back to the time when we got beat bad in D-Corp's district. Oh, come on. First that chicken restaurant guy goes cuckoo and now this? I'm really over this kind of Nest K welcome. That's true. What is up with Nest K? Nest K's gotta get their stuff figured out. Right as they complain. God bloody! Debris created by the rampaging abnormality narrowly grazed past us. How the hell are you doing? Just watching from here won't do any of us any good. It'll crush us all to a pulp. You're gravely mistaken. Have that insane brat's daily ramblings finally managed to brainwash you? Oh, Hawk, I prithee. Who dost thou mean by this insane brat? The guide only instructed us to return once the commotion has been dealt with. He never ordered us to deal with it ourselves. Oh, goodness sake. What's there to be so damn obtuse about? Didn't you see what just happened? It almost blew my head off. Who knows what else will happen if it keeps up? This will be over if we just beat that damn thing down. What else do we got? Parking a seat to keep watching, gobbling some chicken, huh? There's no need to waste our lives on fights unrelated to our mission. I'm sure you felt didn't even realize, but here's the thing. The more you die, the less efficient you become in battle. Experiencing a certain pain will make you learn to fear and avoid it. People are dying over there as we speak, though. Although it will cost much time and many lives, they will eventually suppress it, just as we do. And I must say, I didn't expect a whining amateur who'd cry out for his parent whenever he died and willingly suggest self-sacrifice. Death has become a triviality to you, has it? If we must make the best decision between the sinners, it's right to listen to her. We're not fixers, and we certainly cannot be heroes. Turning the clock obviously hurts whenever I do it. The pain is something I can never get used to, and yet, we should suppress it. I can't logically explain why, but I feel like we should. No more chicken. Why is it all chicken? Yeah, I'm glad that the game is also not over the chicken thing yet. Because obviously I'm not. Me and Limbo, me and Project Moon, we're on the same page. We're not ready to let down this chicken thing. I'd have crushed that clock and run out there if you gabbled the same rubbish, clock face. That is your decision. I will abide by it. Yeah, I'm sure you made the right call. Hey, thank you for making that decision. You worry too much over little things, Clock. You won't be an artist. This judgment was made for none other than you, Executive Manager. The sinners walk ahead after leaving me comments. While all the others move forward, Faust remained and gave me a peculiar stare. What is it? You think my judgment was inefficient? No. I just thought it would be interesting to see how you react once you've reclaimed your memory. Does Faust know our previous existence? Who we were before we were Dante? It seems like she does. Hello, Roland and Cosmic. I think just, by the way, on my birthday, I found out that they finally ported Library of Runa to Xbox. They're starting my first Library of Runa playthrough. That's sick. Guys, I think they also just made a Wizard 101 port on Xbox. Now, I can't, I'm not endorsing it in any way. I don't really know. And obviously, I don't know if there's much overlap between the Wizard 101 community and the Limbus Project Moon community. But just an idea. Faust's strange statement held me in place for a moment, but I decided I want to deal with the questions that are immediately ahead of me at first. Faust, I've been wondering for a while. Are you really okay with being treated like this? Considering your talent and everything? Someone of her caliber should have no problem enjoying a luxurious life in that city.
파우스트는 괜찮아요.
Faust doesn't
그리고
mind.
인재라는 말은
Additionally,
파우스트의
talent feels like the innocent word to describe
인재는
Faust.
다수가 될 수 있지만
Many can possess talent,
다수에
but
포함되고
Faust does
싶지
not want to be
않으니까요.
included in the many.
수감자 중에 가장
Among
상식적인
those sinners,
인재에 대해
if we are
논한다면
looking for a talented individual of the most commonly agreed definition,
참고로
that would be
천재고요.
Yi-song. For your information, I am a genius. Yi-song? Yi-song's the most accomplished of all the sinners? Yi-song stops walking behind the other sinners and turns around to face me. Looking again, his eyes actually stare into the emptiness behind me.
그렇지 않소.
I am no such individual.
날개짓을 멈추지.
I have long stopped fluttering my wings. Thus,
재능을
it
논하는
would be of no use to discuss my
무용한
talent,
짓.
manager. Curiously enough, I find that some sinners feel more distant as we spend more time together.
날아다니는 기계는 뭐지?
What's that flying machine? It's been irking me. Got the urge to SID for the 3,000th time.
저건 드론이라
That
불리는
is a
것이오.
device called a drone.
아, 어쩌면
Oh, they might be
K사에서
combat
저희를
drones K
도와주기
Corp
위해
sent to help
발견한
us.
전투용
The wing seems to be
드론일지도
above
모르겠네요.
average in terms of technology.
생김새를
No,
보아하니
viewing its design,
전투기능은 따로
it doesn't appear to be
마련되어
equipped with
있지 않아
combat functionalities.
그리고
It
가운데
also has a camera at the center.
뭐,
Well,
잘 사는
I guess it
도시에
makes sense to get a
이런
close look at the mess
난장판이
happening in a well-off nest. Abashed, Ishmael mumbled.
우리도
Oh,
뉴스
will we be featured on the thing called the news?
그런데 이 드론들
Wait, something's off.
왜?
Why
왜
are
시체랑 죽어가는
why are they only
사람들만
filming
찍고 있는
corpses and
거예요?
dying people?
자극적인 쪽으로 시선을
Well, it's the provocative stuff that draws more attention, doesn't it?
이만큼 끔찍한
Look at this
사고가
terrible
일어났다.
incident. See how morbid it is,
이런
or something like
거지 않을까?
that.
하지만
But
선생님,
hold up, kiddo, in front of you.
아무리
This
봐도
is definitely weird. Sinclair, look at this thing.
저를
Why does it have its
계속
camera
찍고 있는
glued to
건데.
me?
난
I don't appreciate his soulless audience.
적지 않다. 그리고
There is a considerable number of them, and these drones.
환상체가 날뛰는 지역에 접근하지 못하도록
They appear to be deliberately preventing us from entering the area where the abnormality is.
그럴 리가.
No, Sean.
도와주러 온 사람한테 굳이 나서서 방해를
Can't be. We're here to help, so they have no reason to get in.
하겠어?
Our way, right? Now the drones have started lining up and formed a wall to stop us from proceeding any farther. Wait, are these K-Corp drones? Or are these drones from like a different nest or person or bad guy or something like that?
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분의 안전을 위해 10m 이상 물러나
And they talk? Greetings, citizens. Please keep 10 meters of distance for your own safety.
K사의 직원들이
K-Corp staff has been dispatched. Your safety is assured. Please keep 10 meters of distance.
아니, 그러니까 그
No, look, your staff is being slaughtered over there. Can't you see? Greetings, citizens. Your safety is assured. Please keep 10 meters of distance. Ah, the instructions make no sense. What difference is 10 meters going to make in this mess? Not gonna do us any favors, huh? Don't know if they're malfunctioning or just badly designed, but we'll have to get rid of all these before we get to the abnormality. Begin. First, non-focused trash battle against drones. Wait, why do they look like they're in a completely different animation style than the rest of the characters? Am I the only one that thinks this? Why do the drones look like this? They look like they're in like a totally different art style than the other characters. It's quite strange. Maybe it's just the rotating propellers that are putting me off. Oh. Wait, what is this? Sandy's fixed at 0. Oh, these are mechanical. Wait, do these count as mechanical guys that we have the buff on Inclair against? I don't know.
거기까지.
Yeah, Storm said the same thing. Storm said, okay, who drew those drones? That's what I'm saying. Why do they look like that? It looks so weird. But I was gonna say, do we get the buff? No, we don't. It's probably like cyborg people. It's probably people with prosthetics. Also, why is there 2 drones here? Why is there 2 drones for one drone? This is 1, 2 drone? 2, 1 drone? You see what I'm saying? Why is it a double drone? What's up with the double dronage? Aaron says there's only one enemy in the game that passive works on. It's the one meat robot abnormality KQ3 something. Really? That is so sad. I thought we were gonna get so much value. Also, what is up with the this bleed resistance? Taking damage from bleed reduces damage by 20%. Is that like because they're robots?
불길 속으로.
Because robots don't bleed?
위험 요소 제거.
If so, hopefully our team does not get dumpstered on by these guys. Although I think that they were weak to blunt. So we do have a lot of blunt damage on this team. I didn't even look at Gregor's attacks. I didn't even get a chance to see what his animation looked like. Hopefully they're cool. Drone exclusive status. Okay. Got you, got you. You know, it is funny whenever before we got some of our good IDs, Yisung kind of was the one. Like Daichi Yisung was putting in some work before. Whoa. Wait, how does this work? Abnormality fight with non-abnormalities as well? Okay, so it's still just a focus battle. Have we ever had a fight like this? Abnormality paired with non-abnormalities? This is sick. Okay. Let's do this. You're a Bernie boy. I get you. Core and body lose 50% max HP. Momentary cool. Oh, he's covered in the goo. Who gooed you up, bruh? I don't know who gooed you up, but I think it was actually quite fortunate for us. False Buddha? Ah, that's true. Good call, Noblium. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Alright, let's do this. Favored. Actually, we should probably redirect these attacks. Yeah. We need to redirect these attacks with people that have higher speed because there's a million attacks coming at Sinclair right now. Were you favored? Did he have a single favored? I don't think so. No. No. I don't think we've used Gregor before in a battle. That's something. Okay, we're favored here. Rodion's struggling on both of these. And struggling. Damn, this boy is powered up. These other attacks, I guess we're just gonna have to take. Although they inflict paralysis. I'm sure they deal a lot less damage. The paralysis is pretty bad though. Okay, but so even though these guys aren't abnormalities, they still have body parts in a focus battle. They still have, like, these guys all have body. Interesting. Devin, Rodia will die? No, Rodia's fine, don't worry. We're good. Hello, next gamer. Wait, when do we get Zwei? Greg? At the very end of last stream. Here's our big pull. See, Rodia's fine. Wow, the guard's pretty good. Damn, we didn't take any. Oh, well, maybe a little bit. Maybe he took a little bit, but barely any damage. We did get inflicted with fragile, though. Okay. Favored. Neutral. Dude, we are not winning many clashes with Gregory. Greg, we gotta pick up the pace, buddy. On use target loses 10 SP. Okay, obviously we want to pull this with Sinclairo. Intentionally lowers our SP. Don't mind if I do. And Tails hit gains Fanatic. Fanatic would be pretty big. Yeah, honestly, go. Is this one dominating though? No, they're both favored. Yeah, go for this. Gain Fanatic. These other attacks, though, they are a little spooky. I think we just let this one, the proximity shooting, go through, and we try and redirect the rest of these. On hit, raises stagger threshold by 20% of the damage dealt. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, make sure that does not happen. And we are struggling on everything. Maybe I gotta level our people up. This is pretty bad. This is a pretty bad look. I won't lie. Okay. Try that. I don't know what the average level we're supposed to be right now. I didn't say anything about us being under leveled for the fight, but we have plenty of XP tickets that we could use to level up. Here are the 4 lusts that will give him Fanatic from whistles. Yeah, but if we activate the whistles, then we're gonna increase his SP, which is bad for us. I don't really know. I mean, the Fanatic plus SP gain for everybody else probably does outweigh the increase of SP that happens to Sinclair. But it is kind of off-putting. I usually just don't want to activate it. Also, it takes 4. I don't even know if we had 4 there. We probably did. I wasn't very much paying attention. Also, Rhodion's is really good. If the unit defeating an enemy also gains 1 Fanatic, that's really good. Okay. Why are we actually getting pieced up here? This is really sad. Although we did inflict some paralysis on him, and we have some Fanatic going on, so things are good. Like, avoid these guys inflicting fragile. Alright. And because this guy has... Yeah. Because this guy has paralysis, we're going to win basically every clash here. Which is what we like to see. He does get this little on-hit, inflict some burn going through, but it's going on our big boy Gregory. Oh, what is going on with the... Why does Greg's attack aggro? In focus encounters, slots with higher aggro values are more likely to be targeted by enemies. Oh, so he actually has like a built-in taunt? Wait, I was not aware that was a thing. Also, what's the passive on his ego? At the start of the turn, below 25% HP, heal 15 HP and gain 2 protection. This effect activates inflict 1 random other ally and 1 random enemy with 2 SP loss efficiency. Okay, that's awesome though. So he has more built-in tanking abilities. I didn't realize that was like just part. I guess all of his abilities have that. Oh, it says on use, gain +2 aggro to skill slot next turn. I completely overlooked that. Big, awesome. I love an aggro. I do love an aggro. Thank God, I don't know who inflicts the paralysis onto this guy. I'm thinking it's probably Faust. I think Faust is the only one that has... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You can't even beat the paralysis? Those were some insane low rolls. Holy, they got 26. We have 26 SP. What just happened there? That's fine. We already got one of them. But I think it's Faust that inflicts the paralysis. I don't know anybody else that does. Alright, evade. Inflicts paralysis. We're favored with Greg. Favored. Struggling. Okay, I guess I'm just blocking with you two again. You know, this says aggro. I have not seen that many attacks flying at Gregor. I would love to have more. I would love to have some more attacks going his way, but that's okay. That's all right. It happens. Okay. Wait, I do this the wrong way? This is... Okay, yeah, we're right. This attack's coming at each of them. Try that. Try the defense. Also, oh, I might have had enough to use ego. I didn't even check. That might have been a little silly. There we go. Big tail flips. Okay, yeah, he's going down here. Unless we lose all our clashes. Damn. Okay, there's another. Dude, Don has been getting pieced up. I've never seen Don get this messed up before. Oh no, and 2 staggers. Okay. We do have enough for Greg. Inflict 6 of a random status effect. That's a cool one. Okay, we're favored here. Neutral. And then Greg, I'm gonna have you use your ego. What is the cost on it? 3 lust, 1 gloom. That's actually pretty good for our team. We can probably get his ego off a lot. Yeah. Where's this other one going? I'd rather go for Sinclair. Sinclair can take that. Yeah, y'all got that. Damn, look at him go. Big rolls. My arm had changed. Whoa. Where'd you get that thing from? Where do you get the damn monster hand from? Oh, whoa. Where'd it go? Wait, what is... I don't know what's going on with the art style and the animations in this Canto. I'm for it though. It's pretty sick. That was a little strange. Didn't expect the bull to just tweak out and fly across the screen and run away. That was a little silly. Okay, finish these boys off. You did a little jig. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. I do not know what the hell that was. Yeah, look at him go. Big boy Greg. Big boy Greg. You know, that bull movement is actually canon. It's all part of the in-universe story. It's really intense. That's why he's so hard to kill. Can you imagine trying to fight a bull that can move like that on you in real life? That would be insane. Hello, Ize. Bro, skip the canon event of only reading skills when you get stuck. I just use win rate through the whole Canto. I mean, I do win rate. We win rate if we're in non-focus battles or like, just like trash battles, but abnormality fights and boss battles, I tend to actually try to read a good bit. That's the last of them. They're gonna make us pay for the damages, are they? I'll try to report that. It was an act of self-defense. Oh, darling, did I ever tell you this? You're really just so... How do I put it? You rock. You are rather late to realize it. Something feels strange about this abnormality. It doesn't quite feel like the others we fought. Not sure if we even have that much experience in that department, but... I guess there's the crowd around us shouting and yelling. What's up with these abnormalities? How'd they show up in the middle of a nest, and how did they get more horrifying? And I've seen that one in the mirror dungeons a few times too. Never in a fight though. Dante knows about the mirror dungeons? The mirror dungeons are actually like part of the lore? Come to think of it, what was the deal with those abnormalities in the mirror dungeons that didn't fight us? Those were glimpses into the abnormalities' mental spaces and habitats viewed through cracks in the mirrored world. Mirror dungeons are canon. The cantos are specific missions. So are they usually just doing mirror dungeons if they aren't going on specific missions through the cantos? Like, what are the mirror dungeons to them? How does one enter a mirror dungeon in the world? Do they have like a device that like transports them there, or are they just like, are mirror dungeons just like non-specific missions? Through the back door. It's just a normal job. Interesting. Okay. It is a chasm, incredibly narrow and unstable. We do have a magic bus. Lilith does make a good point. We do have a magical bus that eats people and has a infinitely expanding corridors that reside in the back of the bus. I just wasn't aware that the mirror dungeons were also within there. Indeed, which only allowed for limited interaction. Forget that, all I want to know is, why are these so tough? They're as nasty as when we faced on the railway. That is certainly true.
환상체에게서 떨어지는
Besides, what is this sickening fluid dripping from them? Ah, I didn't see it. What was the sickening fluid? As the sinners pointed out, the oh, maybe there wasn't. I thought there was a dialogue that we missed. As the sinners pointed out, the abnormalities here were clearly different from what we've encountered before. This is... It oozes a mysterious liquid with a blue glint.
성분을 검토할 시간은 없습니다.
We have no time to analyze its constituents, so we should be careful not to come into contact with it.
알아.
Yeesh, no need to tell me. I'm not about to stretch myself with that.
야, 이것들 어디서
Okay, so the goop was a part of them. I thought the goop was like something that K-Corp shot at them to weaken abnormalities. Yen says Dante is canonically obsessed with grinding Mirror Dungeon like a gacha player. It only makes sense. Oi, did these things eat bad food off the floor or what? It's like they've got rabies. Oh, above you, Mr. Heathcliff! Heathcliff was knocked to the ground, unable to resist.
관리자님,
The blue goo reminds me of that frog guy that we fought in the Mirror Dungeon. Manager, it looks like you looks like you have your work cut out for you. Please remember that I gave you my expostulation, executive manager. All men, prepare for battle. Figured it would come to this. I've come too far to be afraid of pulling dead sinners back to life. Let's beat him and head back. But the blubbering toad, the blue goo reminds me of the toad man.
저는 선택받았으니까.
He has, oh, I'll gladly take a manager level up. It reminds me of the blue goo coming out of that fella. You mean like Frog Claire? Not Frog Claire. No Frog Claire.
제 형태를 갖추지 못하리라.
That poor frog, I can't believe you killed it. We had to. It wasn't a real version of him. It was an alternate mirror reality of him. So I'm sure the real frog's out there somewhere, living his best life. What we saw in that dungeon was just a cruel imitation. Also, I haven't even checked the damage resistances yet on these guys. I think they're weak to blunt. Actually, this says that he's fatal to pierce. I don't know if he was staggered. No, he wasn't. Fatal to pierce, they take normal blunt damage, and they're endured to slashing. Okay. Okay. Can we eat the frog? We cannot eat the frog. They're probably decomposed by now. We left them somewhere within that mirror dungeon. I don't really know where they are. I don't know, you know, maybe some of the other abnormalities came and nibbled on them a little bit, but I don't know if they're safe to eat anymore. I'm just not sure. It might be best to avoid that. Little smoke break? Little smoke break in the middle of the battle from Gregor. I will say, this ID doesn't have the coolest animations. This new, this Zwei Association Gregor. I think I already expressed my, oh! It's here! Nominable Season 1 Battle Pass Ego Ticket. Our dailies. Wait a second. We got it. Yes. Thank you very much. And we're only 2 days until we get a 3-star guaranteed Deca extraction ticket. It's a tin pull with a guaranteed 3-star. Oh my god. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was saying that Gregor, I think I already expressed back in Ruina how much I think how cool his Zweihander is. Zweihanders are like the coolest weapon of all time. Which also I've noticed that Faust has one as well. But so I do like that, but I think the animations could be cool, you know? But hold up. Wait, let's check this thing out. Is there any reason not to just use this right now? Because Season 1, right? So it doesn't matter, like, if we wait for an update or anything. It's all the same stuff. A ticket capable of observing and pulling out an ego of a particular period with the LCB team's pursuit of Golden Boughs. Dragging up an ego observed within a specific period from the deep fathoms is a much more complicated research than making identities selectable. Boo-hoo. LCA Mirror World Observation Torium Department of Observation Researcher. Everybody's saying Fluid Sac Faust. We already have a Faust one. Hello, Jay. We already have a Faust. We already have a Faust. Let's take a look at what we got. Golden Apple Gregor. Obviously, I am of the current understanding that higher tier egos are better. Like, is there any reason to get a Zayn or a Teth if we can get an HE? Like, are HEs inherently better, or they just occupy different slots? Ebony Queen's Apple Otis inflicts rupture, bleed, gluttony, fragility. And at the start of the turn, gain pierce damage up. Okay. Not super interested in that. I mean, we should get one for a character that we actually use, right? Rodion is an option. Scorch Girl costs 20. Oh, I guess I should look at the first. We haven't thread spun any of our egos, by the way. I completely forgot about that. Let's look at them as if they are in their tier 1 state. On hit inflicts burn. After being an enemy that has burn, heal HP by Wrath A Resonance of max HP. Okay. Alleyway Watchdog. I've never seen this guy before. This is Heathcliff, right? It's a purple. Also kind of looks like it. Spends charge count to gain skill power. Tails hit gains charge count. Oh, that's sick. Okay, so it specifically synergizes with charge. Got you. Ryoshu, I'm not really interested in. Is that Sinclair? No, this is, oh, this is Don. That is definitely Don. Headless Ithacus Don. We have fought this guy before. Hello, game. And Taco. Fluid Sac Faust is the best dual sanity and health ego. But yeah, but we already have a healing ego. We already have a healing ego through what we got for Rodion, and we have an SP restoration through Faust Space Ego. Triggered Tremor Burst deals SP damage. Questionable. And Headless Ithacus Faust. Well, she got the little clappy hands coming out of her. Look at that. Heals SP for all allies. Heal all allies for 15% max HP. Heals 10 SP for all allies. Okay, so I see why. That's pretty big. Big SP gain, big health gain. I do see why people would want that. And also, at the start of the turn, apply 2 protection to the ally with the least HP. So super, really good, like, support ego. What can we get for Sinclair? Doomsday Calendar, Impending Day. If target's HP is below 25%, plus 40% damage. Oh, and it's a negative. Wait, I think we should get Sinclair. Sinclair's, he has a -1. I wanted a negative ego. If target's HP is below 25%, plus 40% damage, gain attack power, and it heals all allies. That's big. I like that. He will corrode. He can hurt your teammates. Yeah, but I can manage it. Don't worry. I can manage it. And the passive is after defeating an enemy with an attack or counter skill, gain 5 ego resources of that skill's affinity. I just like it for the fact that you want to flip tails. Or you want to flip tails, which is what we've already, that's what Inkler's all about. I know on kill is difficult, but we get a lot of on kills from Sinclair. Obviously late, you know, it might not be good later. I think I want it. I think I want it. This is my ego selection. Who is that? Oh, this is Isak. This is my ego. And I'm taking Sinclair. Impending Day. Give it to me. I'll crush you. I like it. I like my boy. Actual usable ego. Impending Day. Oh, and it's 10. So we can still keep his Zayn one as well. It's perfect, right? Or does everybody start with a Zayn? Does everybody start with a Teth and not a Zayn? Let's see. Let me put this on my boy. Oh, Sinclair, look, we have a gift for you. Yes, your impending day. Look, yes, for you. Yes, yes. We do need to probably start investing in some uptying, some thread spinning of the egos, but that's an issue for another day. We ain't got no thread right now. We ain't got no thread right now.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
You should thread spin pursuance? Probably so. We just ain't got the resources right now. Hello, North Middens. In Inti. I guess we'll see whenever... I think I can manage the corrosion. Look, yeah, and especially, we can definitely manage the corrosion by playing around Whistle. The Whistle will help us deal with it. It's perfect. Hello, KT. I hope he corrodes this battle. He's not corroding. Does corrosion happen at -45, Sandy? Is that always when it occurs? Look, I can even throw in a little. See, we throw in a little whistles, help increase everybody's SP. It's perfect. Yes? Okay. Yeah, because before he would just panic. There was no corrosion. Come on, don't go 0 dice. Good job. Good work, Sinclair. That's what we like to see. I could see it being a bit more difficult to manage in a dungeon, you know? Because like he might carry over that negative Sandy between battles. But like for fights like these, we're not gonna have to deal with corrosion. We'll be good.
당연한 결과죠.
Let's see, Ideal says I said this last stream, Devin. The whistle helps Sinclair due to ego. Don't take credit. I mean, you may have said it, but I didn't see it, so it never existed. In my world, that message never happened. And so, for me, it was a completely original idea, and I take full credit. I apologize. We're taking on the Brazen Bull again, or is he different? I think he might be a little bit different this time. Also, where's the man? So far, I've only seen the bull. I have yet to see the man coming out of him. Oh, and he's not debuffed this time. Alright, I'm ready, buddy. Let's do this. I am ready for you. Except for the fact that we're not doing very good on any of these clashes. Why are these clashes so bad? I mean, obviously Gregor can take that, you know, and he's gonna gain aggro. Aggro would be good. We've got a struggle. Big struggles. We'll use Don's block and then just do a one-sided attack. Go for it. The bull is strong though. He's quite good at winning his clashes. It doesn't appear. I mean, he is a bull. That does make sense. It is, you know, in character for him. Yusei says, bro, the bear corrosion ego I had on Sinclair screwed my mirror doesn't run. I didn't even get past the first floor. Bear corrosion? There is Bero? Who is the Bero? Oh, the teddy bear? Teddy bear guy? The one that we have for, obviously I'm sure there's multiple bears. Hexnail. But yeah, we have one. Are they talking about Hexnail? Is that the only one? Oh, Sinclair also has a Hexnail. Got you. Obviously, yeah, we have Faust, Hexnail. Also, I haven't seen... I wonder what the full Uptie looks like for the hurting teddy bear Hexnail on Faust. I don't know what's up with that. What do your attacks do? Clash, lose, gain unresolved sorrow. At the start of the turn, gain attack power down by the count. At the end of the turn, this effect is at 3 or more count. Changes to expanding sorrow. Yes, sir. Dominating. Huge. Okay, now we're winning all of our clashes. These don't roll very high, it looks like. Is he? Oh no, he's paralyzed. That's why. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, inflict that boy with some nails. You got that.
내 뒤로.
You got that. It does kind of suck, though. I have noticed that it seems like most of Gregor's skills on this ID are slashing. They might actually all be slashing. And Gaze only applies the extra... I don't know if it's coin boost. I don't know if it's like only attack... What is going on? No! I don't know if it's only damage up or if it's also like more attack power. But that's only for Pierce and Blunt. So, a little unfortunate. Devin's falling for the paralysis again. Does Paralyze... Okay, wait. Does Paralyze only occur on like that first flip? And so it will say that it's dominating for all of the clashes. It's assuming that all of them will take into account the paralysis. Is that why it was like that? Yes. Okay. That did cross my mind. But I didn't want it to be true, so I didn't speak it out loud. I was afraid that I might manifest it into reality. That does appear to be the case. We ain't got like no resources right now. Yeah, we can't do anybody's ego. Okay. Well, I'll take some neutrals. Wait a second. This will be a one-sided attack, but we still want this to dominate. Actually, can these... No, yeah. Keep these where they're at. Don, use your block. We've been using the Don block a lot. I don't really know why. We've never used the Don defense skill this much. Does it have anything else on it? No, it's literally just a block. It's just a big guard. No other, like, on-use effect or anything like that. It's fine, though. Get that nails, get that bleed, get all the application in there. They have -2 attack power right now, which I don't really know what that's from. But... Is that -2 damage? Or is that damage down 2, or is that attack power down? No. Ooh. Expanding Sorrow changes behavior. Heated cries, heated screams. Inflicts wavering emotions. Randomly gain attack power down, paralyze, or bind when this effect's count, then remove this effect. Uh-oh. Okay. Don got staggered, though. Don is not a very good tank. Right, I'm sorry you are so sad. I know you are just so sad, but it's alright, buddy. He's going to be alright. This raises stagger threshold, which we don't want. This inflicts wavering emotions, which is also really bad. God, we just don't have any good attacks right now. And nobody's ego is available. Okay. We want this to go at Gregor. We want Sinclair to clash with one of these that can apply sinking, because sinking is actually good for him. This is neutral. This is struggling no matter what, so Rodion will just use her counter. So no matter what, she's taking the wavering emotions and the sinking, which is pretty bad, but we can make it work.
불길 속으로.
The real Neru says the abnormality is so hard on my first fight. Like, WTF is that number of odds? Yeah, I know. I don't know why this guy's so strong. Maybe I should have taken the time to level up everybody. I should have spent those tickets. I swear Devin did evil Papa Bongi first try and is still struggling on this. Is this not supposed to be difficult? He just wins all of his clashes. Oh, there's the man. The man's in his mouth. Jesus. I was wondering where that man was coming in at some point. Okay. There's one of our egos. What is his SP at right now? -9. Could be better. We should wait. We should not use this right now. Not worth. The bleed affliction would actually probably be pretty good. Okay, let's see how these attacks pan out. Alright, I'm pulling one of these, whichever is going to be the hardest to deal with. Okay, we do get a favored here. I'll take that on Faust. Oh, wait. Don's speed is too low right now. Ay, caramba. Okay, actually, I guess we're gonna take the neutral then, so that we can take a neutral battle here. Let's see. They currently have attack, power up, speed. What are his passives? Is this the unresolved sorrow thing? Yeah. Which he's in expanding. Maybe we should have avoided putting him in expanding sorrow mode. I don't know if we could have done anything to stop that. God, this is bad. Okay. Faust, take the neutral here. Sinclair is struggling no matter what. I think I will use this ego just for the sake of it. Just so we can get it out the way. So we can win a clash. Although it doesn't really do much. Use your block. Oh, it heals his SP. I don't want to heal his SP, but it's a big block, huh? That's how we're doing it. Not good. In terms of I want to see overclock being used at least like once. We probably will. Well, now that we actually have egos that can overclock. Obviously, you can't overclock the base egos. Oh, good block. Oh, come on. Thank God he's a tanky boy. We probably will be overclocking abilities more often now that, like, especially in like a mirror dungeon situation. God, I can't. Somebody staggered every single turn. And he's actually weak to blunt. Oh, the head's almost destroyed. Or it's almost staggered. Okay, wait. And the body is weak to blunt. Alright, let's get... These are all coming from the head as well. Okay, neutral on everything. Really wish Sinclair was lower SP right now. We do have a lot of egos now available, though. We don't have Rhodions. I wish we had this. Oh, although using Sinclair's ego automatically reduces it. It costs 20 SP. What damage type is it? It's blunt. Unopposed. Man. Okay, the head's almost staggered. Wait. Oh, that's so bad, but these go off first. Okay, wait. If the speed is tied between my guys and an enemy in a focused battle, who goes first? Overclocking gives him less sanity? Yeah, but I don't think we have the resources to overclock, do we? Yeah, we don't. Oh, wait, do we? It doesn't say it costs 5 to overclock him? I don't think we can do it. That's what it made it look like. Clash the head attacks? Yes, I know, because we want to stagger him. But the problem is that we also need somebody that can beat this. Okay, we'll just stagger them here. Neutral. Let's try that.
내 뒤로.
Go. There we go. There's the impending day. And now the other attacks are coming in. And so there shouldn't be any more head attacks, right? Oh, they still go through. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. Perfect. Now we go for damage.
불길 속으로.
There we go. Okay. Big. Big. We just needed that stagger to go off. Man, why was that so rough? Why was it so rough? As the prolonged cycles of pain came to an end, the abnormality has been successfully suppressed. We can return to the bus now. Oh, that's all it took? It was a success that accompanied many deaths and revivals on our side, but I nodded anyway. We got back to the bus harboring a few unanswered questions. You came back later than expected. I was just about to take my first nap in a while. I explained the oddities we ran into earlier to Virgilius. To be more precise, Faust did the heavy speaking. I was expecting him to coldly tell me to do my job as the middle manager and follow whatever orders I'm given, but his answers were surprisingly earnest. The existence of abnormalities has been almost completely unknown to the public, and we don't possess all the details on them either, Dante. I didn't think you'd admit it right away. Faust flinched a little, but she didn't relay what I just said. Enigmatic as they are, let's leave Miss Faust and other departments of our proud Limbus company to uncover all the details in the future, as we likely ought to. Will do. Was Faust given any time to do some sort of research on this job? The mysteries were left unsolved, but if Faust accepted the suggestion without a hitch, that probably means she's thought of a way. You, why do you have your shoulders hunched over like that? You're short enough as you are, and this shrunken posture makes you practically imperceptible. Oh, okay, I thought she was bullying Sinclair again. I was like, why is Otis always on Sinclair's ass, bruh? Never leaving that boy alone. I think she just hates short people. Why does Otis hate short people so much? Does she have some unresolved, like, you know, internal confidence issues that she's working through by bullying the short people? I don't know what's going on with that. I hope to meet Lord Siegfried again. Who was Lord Siegfried again? Wasn't that the man who took photos of himself while cutting us down with one hand? Right, that Zach Fritcher guy. Ishmael was breathing audibly through her nose. The incident at the checkpoint must have left some deep grudges for her. Eager was I to show him my valiant acts of rescuing imperiled civilians. I vowed that I shall meet him again as a fixer of noble cause. Reunions are more touching if it's after a long time, Don Quixote. Try thinking that it's a good thing he didn't show up today. It really is strange, though. He's not one to miss spectacles with this many spectators around. Oh, is he kind of a celebrity then? You could say that. He has a flair for showmanship, so it's usual for K-Corp to take advantage of these kinds of commotions by sending him. But if he hasn't shown up for this perfect opportunity to draw the public's full attention, that means that this isn't something they want people to notice. I shan't take such vicious slander of Lord Siegfried. On the 5th row of page 42 of his autobiography, of Shikiro should keep smiling till his last. He writes that he shall be there to aid the weak no matter when and where. Alright. You must hold that belief of yours dearly. That way, you'll have something to cling to when you face the extreme in the future. That's true, because we are still in K-Corp's nest. So Siegfried should have been here.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
What if Siegfried distorted? What if we have to fight the Siegfried distortion in the future? That'd be pretty sick. I was gonna level up our units, but I guess this is entirely a story part of the I do kind of wish that there was always a combat that comes along with like the dialogue and the story parts of the missions, like how Runa was, but I guess it's alright. As the futile conversations reached an end, the bus lazily pulled to a stop. We'd arrived in front of a building so tall that it would take a while to count the floors. A few shrank down as if intimidated. I understood Sinclair being one, but Heathcliff and Ishmael also seemed to be pressured. A few looked around with curious eyes, and some others walked and carried themselves as they knew they deserved royal treatment. Oh, I guess we've earned some renown. We're finally being invited to places regular people would live. Let me make one thing clear. If the request and the reward's a load of tosh like the last time, I'm out. Heathcliff ground his teeth, whether by Honglu's words or due to memories of what we got into last time we were here.
예상대로 조금 늦으셨군요.
Samjo! You guys said Samjo wasn't gonna pop up in this canto. Right? I thought I said that last time. I thought I said that during the intervallo. And I was like, is Samjo gonna be, you know, part of Canto IV? I thought people were like, no, he's not here. Samjo. Ah, you're a little late as expected. As expected? That man is... It's a pleasure to meet you again. I want you to know that it is my heartfelt sentiment and not a formality. A familiar face I never expected to see again greeted us. I'm out, already told you. Give it a moment, let's at least hear what he has to say, okay? Let go. You even know how it feels to have nightmares about doing the tango with raw chickens, huh? To tell you the truth, my last request was a test to measure your competence. And you passed with flying colors. Congratulations, I mean this one as well. Who are you to test and grade us, you? That's of course. That is of course at the discretion of Mr. Samjo, my shrewd secretary. So you must be from Limbus Company. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dongrong. I heard a lot about you from Samjo. It almost made me a fan. Fan? Didst thou just say just now that we have earned thine adoration? It's just flattery, Don Quixote. If I'm quite being honest, the test wasn't my idea. I mean, you aren't lab hands or anything, and you deserve better than involuntary tests. Indeed, it was my suggestion. I had reason to do so as your Limbus company is a little-known firm that could or could not be newly established. We couldn't take the risk of entrusting an unknown organization with a request on Mr. Dongrong's word alone. So that means you're requesting us. Ishmael asked for confirmation that this was indeed a direct request, her face seeming rather proud. Why, of course, because you all are. Why don't I show you to my lab? There are many fun things to see. Changing the subject so shamelessly is only going to bother us more. Sorry. Are you really going to take these people to your laboratory? Why not? They passed your test, didn't they, Mr. Samjo? And if they've got the skills to take down what they call an abnormality as we saw today... Aha, thou hast heard! My traces of heroic deeds indeed make themselves known to the masses in no time. That's a funny way to put it. And you must be the manager. It was Dante, yes? May we speak for a moment? Faust tried to say something to Dongrong. Is it Dongrong? Dongrang? Ooh, Dongrang. But he and Samjo pulled me far away by the time she stepped forward. I don't know if I fully trust these guys, this Samjo and Dongy Rongy man. Oh, the icons literally show you if stuff's gonna be just a story or it's gonna be like a battle and such. I had never realized that. Like these only book icons mean there is no battle. Isn't that good to know? I mean, I don't mind, but you two can't hear me anyway. That's a very good point. They don't speak Dantonese. I was too embarrassed to bring it up in front of the whole group, but actually, one of your employees was an old friend of mine. Oh, who is it? And he wouldn't give me a nod either. Perhaps he was embarrassed like me. It was a struggle to hide how disheartened I was. You weren't as close as you thought then. Wait, can you hear my voice? Oh no, they can't hear his voice. Mr. Dongrong, this individual is unable to communicate normally. That's why I'm speaking, Mr. Samjo. It's like I'm back to being a child, muttering my woes to a wind. Up toy. wind-up toy. What? What was to a wind-up toy? Don't you think that all was a monologue? What are you two even doing? It was mostly because of him that I decided to send my request to you. I can trust a familiar person better than a stranger. See, this is why I can't let my guard down for even a second. You're too easily influenced by human attachment. So let me ask you a favor. Use your tact and consideration to pretend that you know nothing about the relationship between him and me, okay? Yi-san. You haven't even told me who that friend was. I know who it is. I could only let out a deep sigh and shake my head. A conversation that never got through ended as arbitrarily as it began. This isn't asking for a favor. You're giving me a notice. We're at the laboratory aisle. Ordinary visitors would not be permitted to go any further. But since you've been invited by Mr. Dongrong, I will show you the interior. Wow, I hope I could work at a company as big as this. Then maybe you could have applied to one. Why didn't you give it a shot? You're joking, right, Rodion? Not everyone can join these companies. This kind of firm only accepts the very best of the elite. Like Faust or Yisong, for example. Ishmael's remark gave me a good opportunity to bring up my earlier question. Yeah, why did you choose to join Limbus Company out of all the options you had? There must have been better places to shoot for. Because I am Faust. There was a certain energy in her confidently clarifying tone that discouraged me from asking another question. What about you, Yi-sung? Let me take the trouble of asking in return. Manager, why did you join the company you work for? I mean, it's because I had no other choice. That would sufficiently answer your question. It looks like Ishmael wasn't exaggerating about the qualifications it takes to join this firm. The laboratory was dominated by a stillness that could only be achieved with everyone in total focus. Dante, look there, you see that? The fridge is full of snacks. We could take 1 or 10 and they wouldn't notice. And we would break that stillness with nonchalance. Take as many as you'd like. Mr. Samjo, pack some snacks from the break room in small bundles to give them later. Understood. That's awesome. Ishi, maybe we should quit our job and join up here. Everyone can hear you, Rodia. Rodion, the work contract says... Joking, Faust. Joking. See? Let's move on to the request. You're bringing outsiders in the building now. What are you, a field trip guide, Dongrong? Pardon me for a moment. This is Shrin. She's the manager of our department next to mine and a colleague who joined the company at the same time as I did. Visiting me to hurl hurtful words takes up more of her daily routine. I figured someone's got to point out the massive drain on our company's welfare budget that is your team. If you're wondering about how we spend our welfare budget, then you'll see when the Department of the Year trophy is awarded, right, Samjo? It would take a full day to list the benefits of the department chosen as the best receives. Oh, you snobs, the both of you. Is that a rival? I do suppose excellence is followed by envy wherever it is. Envy fuels advancement, as they say. It's only right for us to show a little generosity for those following behind. Should we give some of the pies we brought from that store to Shrin's department, Mr. Samjo? I was planning to do so. The pepper, chili, lettuce, and curry flavored ones specifically. That sounds tasty. Now then, let's get back to the main topic. I heard the rumors. Oh, these are the ones that... That's right, these are the ones that hired us to go find the Golden Bough. I heard the rumors. They were about a newly formed company collecting organic objects called Golden Boughs. And the Golden Boughs are found exclusively inside the closed-down branch facilities of Lobotomy Corp. How did you learn about the existence of the Golden Boughs? It was a recent discovery. We've been using a Lobotomy Corp branch near our research facility as a lab until a few months ago. You set up a lab in that horrible place. But I thought they were all buried underground. Well, I guess there were rare resources and documents that they could use. Did the scope of your research include abnormalities? Why, certainly. No researcher could overlook such intriguing subjects. Researchers must be all soft in the head if that's what they're interested in. Hold on. When you were mumbling rubbish and tossing a rock at one of the chicken heads, did you...
히스클리프 씨는 가끔씩
I will say,
예상치
Heathcliff's
못한
unexpected fits of
통찰력을
insight
보여줄 때
surprised me sometimes.
당신들이 우연을 가장하여
You led us into dealing with the
그들은
distortion in a
수많은
coincidental encounter so you could gather
환상적
data
연구를
for your
뒷받침해
research on
주시는
abnormalities.
우리
Mr. Samjo here is no good at acting. I suppose it's due to his upright way of life. Please understand, we had no means to clearly distinguish a distortion from an abnormality. A person distorts when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces, was it? That was a stellar figure of speech. Did you restore his crumbled mind back to health, then? There is no way to piece together someone else's broken mind. We merely showed him the way. It was the choice of the restaurant owner whether to stay there or take that path. Wow, you know so much! If I were just a bit younger, I'd have jumped and hopped trying to high-five you. You're always welcome to try. Mr. Dongrong, you're becoming sidetracked again. Ah, you're right. Alright, then one day, while we happily indulged in research in the laboratory of the Lobotomy Corporation branch facility, armed terrorists attacked the place. It was all too sudden. Have you ever seen a bomb set off before your eyes? It was quite the spectacle. It all starts and ends in a split second, just like the universe, isn't it? Where are the terrorists now? The members have almost nothing in common and their motive is unknown. They only showed up recently. In the end, the terrorist organization took over the laboratory Mr. Dongrong's team had stayed in. That must be when the lab was moved. How severe was the damage? Dongrong turned his gaze from Yisang to the sporadically unoccupied seats. You see, those empty seats, they'll stay that way for a while. Their owners died in that act of terror. Looking closely, I saw snacks and flowers placed on their cushions, probably as a way to mourn the dead. Ah, this fellow we only managed to recover a finger from. We couldn't find the right place to put it, so we've been keeping it in the storage. It should be over at the display on the second floor. A solemn silence filled the office, but Dongrong continued, brushing the empty desk with his hand. Eek says good luck on 448. I think we're a little bit of a ways away from reaching the final stage. Is that the final stage? I think it was 48, right? 48 stages? Even if it's not, we're a bit of a ways away from reaching that point of this canto. There is so much we had to leave behind. Wrong. I especially miss the plaque model after the face of my character. That was a favorite souvenir of mine. I'll be stoned. I can't tell how much of what he says is a joke and how much of it is serious. Whoa, what did she say? What about that seat then? Our attention was brought to a white desk that was completely empty. Ah, that one is reserved. We're waiting for a new employee to take that seat. Oh, is there an application guideline for that position then? Where can I see it? Ishmael's bright-eyed inquisition was interrupted by Samjo's displeased utterance. Oh dear, our dear Mr. Samjo is feeling all uncomfortable now. Shall we actually get to the point then, Sanjo? Let me be blunt. I suggest an accord that will benefit both parties. If you help us retake the laboratory, we'll yield the ownership of the Golden Bough we found to you. I have a question. Is this a fixed contract or a post-fulfillment review contract? Will it be represented by delegate bodies or co-executive members? Allow me to answer that. This will be an immediate delegate body represented contract with no warranty liability. Contractual signing overseen by an observer from the Grade 1 Contract Office will take place following due process. A contract office? I don't know what's going on. Does it really have to be so complicated? In J-Corp's district, we couldn't get the Golden Bough right away despite winning because we didn't have anyone overseeing the deal. Oh, that Ayuda from the Merry Archils? She started a fight even after Rodeo won the game. It's Ada from Los Mariachis. That's right. Instead of playing the role of the observer, she left with no choice but to take the Golden Bough with force. Which is why it is safer to use the service of an association or a contract office to stand as an observer, or to notarize the contract even if it can be costly. That's what Faust probably considered most carefully, I think. Ishmael explained like it was common knowledge. I guess it's something well known among city folks. This contract certainly favors our side, as long as the goal is achieved. We watched with our mouths agape as the two declared that conclusion at once. This is a secret, but I frankly don't get more than half of what Samjo says. I just nod like, oh, I see, and move on. Isn't that a coincidence? It's the same for us, too. Aren't you supposed to be the last person to be ignorant of your secretary's words? Still, I guess making a contract with K-Corp's laboratory means we won't be fighting against the wing staff for a while. You know, those people who would keep healing their wounds? The team fell into a somber silence. All the memories related to them were filled with misery and suffering. So you've seen K-Corp's regenerative technology already. Oh, we've more than seen it. Had to deal with it over and over. I get sick of the thought. Oh, why don't I show you around my lab instead, then? It's not here, though. You'll have to take the elevator once more. You show them that much, Mr. Dongrong. That place is off limits for unauthorized personnel. You just made a really funny noise, Mr. Samjo. Well, that shouldn't hurt. We're hanging out a bit to celebrate the provisional contract being signed. I wasn't sure if that was an appropriate way to celebrate things, but since no one on the team objected, I decided to follow him. We just have to complete the mission. We are getting lunacy out the wazoo, though. This is a bit front-loaded, though, on the... Kind of wish there was more of these fights interspersed through the non-stop dialogue, but that's fine. We can take it. Regeneration ampules. I am kind of itching for a battle right now. Oh, they make the ampules in this facility. This is where regenerative ampules are made. They're publicly called HP bullets. The underlying principle is a nanobot-based medical treatment. There have been struggles here and there, but at the moment, the ampule slightly modified recently is the most commonly used version. So let me get this straight. You're the one who supplied that? Damn it, do you have any idea how much that made us suffer? We barely managed to crawl over that adversary. I'm relieved that none of you have seemed to pass away or suffered severe wounds at the very least. That reminds me. I was told companies have different definitions of death on the job, and the processes of dealing with them. I'm sure Mr. Samjo gave me an explanation on it. So Dongrong, are you continuing your research on improving those cure-all nanobots? Of course not. HP bullets have long since been commercialized. My project right now is the improvement of livestock using them. Improving livestock? If cutting as a concept is reduced to irrelevance, if it becomes limited to a fleeting moment. The chickens are still here! It's still chicken game! Think about it. We can get an endless supply of high-quality meat. And it's not just any meat. The flesh will come from livestock research and improved with the combined efforts of countless minds. That's the quality and rarity we're talking about. It seems Dongrong has a love for meat as deep as Rhodia's. Love, you say? You might be right. If endlessly devoting time and care could be called love. I guess snobby bunches get along well, eh? Don't beat up our client, okay, Heathcliff? Depends on how they behave. We see live chickens whose wings and legs are being sliced endlessly. They don't even struggle as if they feel no pain. Is this how nanobots look? All I see is liquid. When infinitesimal particles have fluidity, they look pretty much the same as fluid. Wait, are they just constantly regenerating the chickens as they chop off the body parts? I mean, it said they didn't feel pain, but that's pretty rough. That's pretty bad. Is it really necessary to go this far for food? This sight is too disgusting to handle for a rich boy who grew up on juicy meat, eh? Kiddo, there are a lot of people in this world who'd go any lengths for a meal. No, I mean, this isn't the same. My family wouldn't eat any meat. I was an exception, though. Why does it have to be like this? What I'm trying to say is... I get what you're getting at. It does look rather unnatural, doesn't it? If it was simply for the sake of improving food, there could have been a more efficient ways to do it. There's one thing I can say for sure. If this technology had been made available in the back streets, my friends and I wouldn't have to rummage through trash cans. Technology. No, this is more than breeding. They will never realize that they have the ability to fly for their entire lives. Yisang spoke, staring directly into Dongrong. It was unusual of him to take this much interest in matters. I must object. Chickens cannot fly in the first place. This technology is providing quality welfare to many. It's okay, Samjo. For someone who usually wouldn't look others in the eye to glare directly at a person. That's a sign of desperation, isn't it? The husbandry. Something seems to have happened to the lab.
연구실로 가는 게
Will be a good choice to head there now.
괜찮을 거야, 삼조씨.
It'll be fine, Samjo.
이분들은
They're skilled enough that they
앰플을 장착한
got out of a
Twitter
scuffle with
경비들과도
K-Corp security
맞서
staff
싸웠고,
armed with our regenerative
생체계는
ampules without a
없으신-
scratch. Did somebody break in? I'm not a big fan of this infinite chicken glitch, though. This is a little sad. This is a little sad. I mean, it's like the Minecraft machine where you got them falling into the lava and then like they die, you know, and they spawn the eggs. The eggs come out and then like the babies like hit with the dispenser and they come down. That's basically what this is. But for some reason,
파우스트가
this makes me more
나설
sad.
만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
This is a very sad way to do it. When an explosion has been detected, please protect yourselves from danger by swiftly moving under your desks. The terrorists. Are they vegan terrorists? Is that why they attacked the facility? They don't like the chicken. The infinite chicken glitch. Oops, that was a misfire. A second explosion has been detected. Please activate the regeneration ampule in your possession and please wait for K-Corp security staff that will arrive within 18 seconds of same old announcement. I wonder why are broadcasts like that told in such calm voices? Won't a little gasping and panicking be more effective in getting people to evacuate? See, getting so preoccupied with all that technology and science nonsense dulls your empathy with feelings. You talk too much. Be quiet.
모두 무사하십니까?
Is everyone alright? If you aren't, take a regeneration sample. A cross-compatibility test is normally needed, but we're in an emergency. You look unfazed. Doesn't a terrorist attack usually throw everyone into chaos? The first attack did have everyone panicking. The explosive detection broadcast didn't exist either. Mr. Samjo hid under his desk for quite some time.
항상 말하지만
All I keep saying, the attack occurred in the lobby, and I was merely attempting to pick up a notebook that fell under the desk. You must take this situation seriously, Mr. Dongrong. An attack on a K-Corp laboratory in the middle of a nest is not a matter of course. For sure, they managed to arrive at the floor where the researchers are. Oh, I think I sprained my left ankle, Samjo. I watched as Samjo injected a regeneration ampule into Dongrong's body. Are they the terrorists that are occupying the Lobotomy Corp branch? Indeed, speak of the devil. They're part of the terrorist organization. They don't really look like well-trained combatants. Would you look at that? You got an eye for that now, kid. It's natural. They aren't the ones directly engaging in combat. You should take a single glance to notice that they appear lean and frail just like Mr. Dongrong. I've seen rich sods that don't get into fights still get body-enhancing augments just in case. You sure they aren't just acting weak?
그렇지만도 않습니다.
It's not necessarily the case. As various ways to augment the body are, some may be repulsed by it physically or mentally.
문제에 따라서
Some nests even forbid their residents from getting procedures above a certain level of power if they aren't qualified.
아랫것들이 힘을 가져서 들고 일어나면
They don't want the lowly to rise up and topple the ruling class over, huh?
가능성도
I
부정할
couldn't
수
deny
없기
those
때문에
possibilities.
든든한
Each nest must have its own
하지만
reasons.
근본적으로 강화 시술은 고출력
Hello, Joe.
제한에 흡사합니다.
But fundamentally speaking, augmenting procedures are like high-performing vehicles. If an unqualified driver were to try and handle a vehicle with a power output above what they can handle,
금지 안에 열어 질서,
layers of order in the nest would fall apart in no time.
그 부분은
So they'd like to prevent that from happening.
열성적인 설명 중에
Sorry to interrupt your
미안하지만
passionate exposition. The pain was genuine for me, just so you know. Soon enough, people wearing familiar outfits appeared, along with the unforgettable beats of the footsteps. The ones from the checkpoint!
이제는 우리의 든든한
And now there are reliable allies. Those robots, they look seriously hostile. Hemorrhage within 5 seconds, spinal damage of at least 12 centimeters in length, direct impact on coronary artery, destruction of the cranium. These steps will ensure that the enemy meets immediate death without unnecessary suffering. It can do that, but wasn't it mainly to fully destroy the brain so they can't regenerate themselves? Hey, if you don't mind, could you pretend to be dead if this doesn't kill you right away? My buddy stayed up all night upgrading the insta-kill function. Quiet. See, I told you, with that recoil distance, it only reaches as deep as the occipital lobe. Do you really have to learn it through trial? Damn it. Should have gone all the way through the temporal lobe. We can't lose to them. We have robots of our own. They should be here any minute now. Ah, there it is. The regeneration amulet administration drone. It must be pretty handy to have them. Did they inject the ampules right as the staff is injured? Yes, as long as their heads aren't lost. The ampules injected before the golden time passes, their brain stops functioning. They're practically undying.
장기가 관통되거나
Injuries like holes in internal organs
뚫고
or broken bones can be healed in seconds. Even still, they wouldn't be immune to pain. How can they be so calm about it? They won't even bat an eye at a colleague right next to them being cut down.
당연한 일이다.
Natural behavior.
몇 초 내에 복구가
If all wounds can
된다면
be healed up in seconds, all judgment regarding it would be secondary.
그렇다면
If that's the case,
언젠가는
will we become like that eventually?
왜
I don't see a reason to
생각하는지
think about
모르겠다.
such things.
궁금하잖아요.
I was just curious. By the way, who are these new faces with unfamiliar outfits? Anyone want to introduce yourself?
우리가 알 바는 아니.
None of our business. True, but it's kind of awkward to just be facing them. Someone's gotta talk, no? Why should we introduce ourselves to a terrorist organization?
테러 조직 따위가
We're no mere terrorist organization. Watch your words. I don't hate the sound of it. It lines up with my beliefs when I was 4. I had to answer the call of grad school because the paper I wrote on atoms was on prize at the age of 11. Shut it, we are the Technology Liberation Alliance.
어떤 기술을 해방시키는 거죠?
Liberate what technologies exactly? Does technology yearn for freedom? Maybe. They're talking about the animals in the lab, I think? You hear that? He thinks we're animal protectors or something. Sorry, but that went out of fashion long ago. You think we're working day and night assembling machines just to fight for happily raised chickens fried in healthy oil? Type X32 bolts are so hard to get these days. We have to order them from other nests. Do you have any idea how much tax is added? You can substitute Type X32 bullets by casting a C9 bolt and tempering it with an interval of 2 hours. You aren't gonna win us over all by acting smart. Oh, no, she might be right. It could work. Could you tell us why you're offering advice to enemies, Miss Faust? You wouldn't understand. Researchers have a creed more valuable than life. They're not here for the chickens. I was hoping they were going to be here to save the chicken jockeys, but it does not appear to be the case. They look like viruses. The Wrecking Ball bots? These look like bacteriophages. They're not viruses. They're bacteriophages. Are bacteriophages viruses? I believe that's what these are meant to look like, though. And these guys are just big old rolling robos. Sawblade bot and Wrecking Ball bots. That's the word, a bacteriophage? Oh. That is, I believe, what you would call them, Bam, yes. Alright, what are you guys all about? They're not even focused battles. Time to get win rated, my friends. I kind of wish that our Claire robot passive would work against these guys, but I guess it's only against people that are like part robot, not actual full-on robots. They have to have the prosthetics. But yes, my brief studies in the field of microbiology seem to have paid off, at least a decent bit. I don't know if I've really expressed that on stream before. That biology is kind of my jam. In terms of academic studies, biology was kind of always my the thing that was most interesting to me. It was just making a career out of it doesn't seem to be the best idea. I mean, it's also, I guess if you're really into it, you could make your full-time career, you know, and still enjoy it. Obviously, if I could, full-time career would be streaming and content creation. But unless you're like going into research or something like that, you don't make that much money in the field of biology, and also even researchers don't make that much money. All right, give me the terrorists. Oh, it's just more. These, where are the? I thought we were gonna be fighting like actual human terrorists, not just robo people. But I guess this is fine. But yeah, like back in the day, I would spend a lot of my time, like, obviously I watched a lot of gaming YouTube growing up, but interspersed with the gaming YouTube videos that I would watch, there was a lot of like SciShow and what other. It's been a while since I watched. I mean, I still watch it every now and then. I just don't watch YouTube as much as I used to. But SciShow is a very, very good channel. I would highly recommend. Very interesting stuff. At a certain point, I realized that I just like learning about this stuff and not actually like researching it. Because for a while I thought about becoming a researcher. I might have worked in this very lab. This lab right here. This could have been me. I could have been Dongrong's assistant. But yeah, I realized that I'd rather just learn about stuff that we already know about instead of trying to research stuff. Because it's a very, very different thing. Researching is not learning. And you can't really get paid to learn, sadly. But you can get paid to research. Also, we've yet to see our Sinclair corrosion. People thought they were going to see it soon. I don't think we've even gotten close.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Game says it's fun to learn about how some things work. I like being able to classify things. What do you mean by classify things, fam? Because I've come to the realization that a whole lot of science, or specifically like evolutionary related studies, is somewhat kind of misleading in the way that they teach it. Like sort them out like Skittles. I see. Okay. But like, for example, all right, like they teach you in school, in like, you know, you get a brief overview of evolutionary biology, all right, and you're taught that like there's, you know, there's different species, there's different genuses, there's different classifications between organisms through taxonomy. But the field of taxonomy is not actually a real field. Like, it's all, it changes depending on who you're talking to. Depending on what like scientist you're talking to, what researcher, whoever, like whatever biologist, they can have completely differing opinions on how things should be grouped. And at our base, like there is no real like differentiations between organisms. Like all organisms are basically the same thing. Like I am chicken. I am chicken man. I'm just a chicken man that stands upright and can speak and talk. But like at our core level, like all organisms are actually basically the same things. The classifications we apply to them are just our ways of understanding them. But like at some point, everything came from one common ancestor. Everything, we're all chicken, man. We're all chicken beings. You know what I'm saying? But like, they teach it to you as if it's fact, but it's not. There is no fact that comes behind, like, classification is not a factual, facts-based study, field of study. We are branches of one tree, exactly, Raining Twos. There's so much chicken in today's stream. Hopefully, I'm gonna get it all in my system. Hopefully this stream. There's not gonna be no more chicken stuff. Next stream, no more chicken. No more chicken stuff. But I'm just saying, yeah, and also just, there's a lot of stuff in evolutionary biology that they teach as fact, but it's not. It's all very much theoretical and like our best guess about how stuff works. That's actually just a lot of science. A lot of science is just our best guess about how stuff works, which is one of the big things that turned me off of the field. But that's just me. That certainly looks convenient. Broken bones heal but a matter of moments. Gregor provided us with an astronomical sum of research grants to support our research on improving this ampule. Do keep this a secret from Shireen, please. She might get mad at me about it for 3 months. Sex has been a bit since I took biology, but how I was taught it, this is literally the entire principle behind taxonomy works. Yeah, but like, people don't understand the difference between the classifications of organisms. So like, just because like species are a made-up concept, the fabric of the world does not, there is no such thing as a species. There is no such thing as like species is only based on human understanding. All right? Because some people will say that species are based off of if two organisms can mate or not, can produce viable offspring, which is not correct. Or it's not correct because it's not what the classification that is always used. Like that's one way to classify different animals or organisms. But it's not, like some people would say that it's just if they share enough derived homologies, shared, you know, like if they all have arms, or like they evolved to all have arms because they came from the same organism, then they should be diverted into 2 different subspecies, stuff like that. But like it's all made up. It's not real. I mean, it is real, but it's not like, you know, it's not like you're studying like geology or something. The rocks are rocks no matter what. You know, the rock, when they say this is the rock, this is the type of mineral that this rock is, that's what the mineral is. Like, there's actually a sign, there's like facts, this is the rock. You see the rock? That's the rock. Yes. But they tend to teach stuff in schools as if everything is fact and there's no room for your own discretion to be used. Which I think is just, I mean, that's an American education system problem. I don't know if it's like that all over the world, but... Clock would only wind the thing after we've died, scared of a little hurting. I think I cracked a bone in my right hand. Can I get an ampule? It's kind of harder to grip my axe. Rhodia stood in front of a K-Corp drone and extended her right arm. Welcome. K-Corp drones are always there for your health, administering regeneration ampule. Next is, it's the scientific meaning of a species. It's like how mules literally cannot produce another mule. Yes, but that's actually not... When you delve deeper into evolutionary biology, that's how they teach in school, as if that is how it works. It's not. The scientific meaning of species is not two organisms that can produce viable offspring. That is completely dependent on who in the field you're talking to. That's my problem with it. Because you can reliably cross over a wolf and certain breeds of dog and always produce viable offspring. So they should be considered the same species. But they're not. They're Canis lupus, Canis familiaris. Which, depending on who you ask, Canis familiaris is just a subspecies of Canis lupus, but it's all just based off of that. There is no real, like, rule. There's no rules. So how can it be a real scientific field if there's no rules? This is coming from somebody that was very much involved in the field for a long time, and as I delved deeper into it, realized that there was a lot of hunky-dory going on there. But I digress. Cannot administer. Friendly entries of type 3J54 are eligible for serum injection. But regeneration ampules may only be administered to patients hemorrhaging 1 L or liter or more of blood. Also, since you have not taken a cross-compatibility test for the ampules, we do not take any responsibility for possible side effects. Thank you. What? What are you talking about? You want me to cut off an arm or a leg or something? They're already doing that. Look at the K-Corp staff. They're cutting up their own limbs to get the ampule. It's a necessary requirement. It would be a tremendous financial waste to use regeneration ampules for every little scratch. I hate to make comparisons, but its value is far above the caliber of small firms like yours. Yeesh. It looks a bit dangerous here. Those machines are too rough. They might get me killed if I'm not careful. I might want to stay away from the fray a bit just to be safe. Just as something grazed past my head. I mean, my head with a threatening shrill. What? Something grazed past my head, I mean, my head. I don't get what he's saying here. With a threatening shrill. Whoa? Right as another projectile flew at me, Ishmael swiftly stretched her arm to take the hit. Turning to the direction the projectiles came from, I didn't find enemy robots. Instead, there was a K-Corp drone glaring with red. Executive Manager, are you alright? I'm the one who got hit, Otis. I should have taken the projectile for you. Curses! Excuse me. See what your robots that cost a bomb to make are doing? It fired at an ally! I must object. That was not friendly fire. Samjo yelled from behind, raising his hand high. However, it does appear that the exceptions couldn't be fully configured. I apologize for that particular shortcoming. What rubbish are you? As you are aware, you could come into this place purely thanks to Mr. Dongrong's whim. Having visitors in this place is an extremely rare occurrence, and as such, a factor that wasn't put into consideration. What are you talking about? That K-Corp's regenerator drone does more than just heal people. Why does it look like my body is melting? Can anyone make it make sense? Ishmael! Normally, K-Corp's drone administer regeneration ampules to injured personnel. However, it injects the decay ampule to deserters. He shot the decay ampule at me because I was trying to escape the combat zone? Ain't that just revolting? You can pull off summary executions when there isn't even a war going on? I missed that. Yeah, why not just make the drones fight instead? The nest you're from must have valued human life, am I right? The value of each drone we have far surpasses that of 10 Class 2 staff members combined. Do you understand? You should understand. You accept it. I've had crappy coercion shoved in my face too many times. I don't feel like lying anymore. I do understand where it's coming from. There was a research that revealed deploying K-Corp's drones in simulated battles increased the odds of victory by 23.5%. It was a pretty famous paper among scholars. Since the old times, deserters who try to flee from battle have been pointed out as greater detractors of morale than the threat of overwhelming oppression or weakness of the leader. Public punishments of deserters are historically proven tactics supported by many examples. Understand it all you like, then. Wait, what are you all talking about? Look at Ishmael, she's melting down! Apologies for my negligence, Executive Manager. I fail to consider the suffering you must endure when you turn the clock. What? That's not what I'm... You might want to hurry if that's your concern. Her heart should still be intact in her current state. Manager, what'll happen to me? The clock's hands turn with agony. Meanwhile, Yisang was staring at empty ampules rolling on the floor. They melted her. Well, why don't you send the drones in to fight these guys instead of us? What's up with that? What are these? Complete Sawblade bot, crude. Oh, these are like actual. These guys were just rundown version of the other Sawblade bots. These are the real deal. We can take them. Poor melted Ishmael. They don't deserve this. I guess I can't regenerate the drones. Melting love Iggy Mail. Is that one of her egos that we can get? I guess it does make sense. If they don't want to risk the robots getting destroyed. I thought that these robots were programmed like to kill the people. The K-Corp drones can like fly around. These guys are all melee. Actually, I don't think. The crushing ball bots can throw those balls, but I bet you the K-Corp drone could dodge them. Oh, although I guess that the dissolving bullets that come from the drones probably wouldn't do anything against these robots, which does also make very much sense. There's no Aleph egos yet. No egos above WoW. Well, I guess I didn't notice that. Was there even a slot for Aleph? I don't know if I took the time to look. Like where you can slot in all of the egos for your sinners. I wonder what an Aleph ego would even look like. Oh, there is an Aleph slot. There's just no Alephs. Okay. What if they're going to add one in the new season? Would that be crazy? Yeah, I don't really know what that even looked like. What is it? What does an Aleph ego do? How much does it cost? I haven't really taken the time also to look if the higher level egos and higher classifications of egos cost more. Like, how much does it cost for Rodion to use her? That's not Rodion. How much does it cost? Yeah, like this Teth ego that we have on Sinclair isn't necessarily more expensive. I guess Rodion's is, though, a little bit, a good bit, but it's not that much more expensive. Oh, CG says WoW is 25 over 2 turns. What does that mean? What does 25 over 2 turns mean? The cost? Oh, it could, I guess, be the sanity, though. I think the higher level egos cost more sanity. Because, yeah, an Aleph might eat up 45 sanity. That would be so sick. Nothing there, Gregor. His whole arm becomes the goodbye. The ka-ching! Because, yeah, I guess that's a better way to balance it. Instead of balancing around ego resources, balance it around the amount of SP that it costs. Or how bad the corrosion can be. Because are there corrosion effects outside of just targeting random allies? I'm guessing that sometimes it literally changes the ability itself, like what the skill does. Yeah, WoW is 25 SP over 2 turns, so Aleph could be 45 over 3 turns. It'd have to be really good, though. Or you just put it on Sinclair. You put it on Inclair and he loves it. He eats that up. He loves that minus 45 SP. Oh, we're starting to get under-leveled. What is this new? Why do we have a new here? Did something happen? I don't know why it was telling me that this was new. We knew this was here. I knew I have impending day. Don't worry. I'm gonna spin a little bit. Let's get all of our... Yeah. Let's get all of our tier 3s, 3 stars, up to 35. I think that's a sound decision to make. Because they're probably going to be the strongest, you know, out of everybody. Oh, barely. Okay, perfect. We are hurting for tickets now, though, but these guys should be more than strong enough to clear the, through the rest of this Canto, I think. They ramp up ego resources cost and sanity costs, and naturally higher tier egos are stronger, so their corrosions also are. Got you. Would be cool if we could get like a WoW. It would be so sick to have a WoW ego. I think that Rhodion's is HE. Actually, I think that Hexnail is as well. Those are the highest that we have right now. I could see, I imagine it's probably pretty, what are you? Solid combined bot. Oh, this is a Wrecking Ball bot and a Saw Blade bot put together. I wonder how hard it is for them to balance the fact that, like, it's so much easier to build up a horde of ego resources when you're in the mirror dungeons, or just in dungeons in general, compared to fights like a normal, you know, one-off boss battle. Because, like, no matter how much you make the ego resource cost, if you're in a dungeon, by the time you get to, like, the final boss, you already have more than enough to do it, right? I feel like they would balance it more towards that end, but whoa. Uh-oh. Where'd you guys get all this poise from? What in the hell? Fam says, that reminds me, Devin, you see my latest drawing in Discord? No, I don't think I did. Remind me to pull it up once we in stream. I'd like to take a look. I don't believe I saw it. Oh, they kind of are piecing us up. What is with this guy? Oh, God. Wait, why are we losing? Why are we losing so bad? The Megabot. We have to take down the Megabot. Win your damn clashes. It's because of this bleed. I mean, so much of our team is built around bleed. The fact that they're bleed resistant makes it quite difficult. That might be why it's harder than I thought it would be. There we go. Yeah, you're not getting through that block. I'm sorry, my friend. Here we go. Alright, just me and you, Biggie Boy bot. Deploy. the egos. Give me this. Give me this. And give me this. Kill him. Cause yeah, like a fight like this, I don't think they would ever really, like, you can't balance the ego resources for this. Because if you make them, you know, something like tin, which is pretty difficult to get in a short normal battle, then it's gonna be really easy to get it in the dungeon. Dude, this is so sick. I think that Gregor has the coolest base ego. Oh, that was enough. I love the big arm. I love the big old monster arm.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Big fan.
선택받았으니까.
Okay. I guess we'll play up until the end of this first part, because it's split into 3 parts. That should make sense. I think that will work out well.
다들 집중. 지원이
Attention
도착했다.
everyone, reinforcements have arrived.
저 사람들은 뭐지?
Who are those people?
그러게요.
For
누구야,
sure.
슈렌네.
Who could these be,
나
Shreen?
말고
Make new friends other than me.
이번에 우리 팀
They're
연구소랑
fixers from
협업하고
Rose
있는
Panner
장문
Workshop,
스캐너 공방에
the ones we're working with for our
했었잖아.
current project.
몇 번이나 오갔는데
They visited
얼굴
here
좀
several
봐.
times already. You should really be familiar by now.
장미 스패너
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Nico, representative of Rose Panner Workshop. The enemy's face is clouded over at the unexpected arrival of reinforcements.
재미없네.
Warren, let's
돌아가자.
head back. Are these guys just like this is so weird. Are they just like dueling their robots? Is it like a BattleBot style? And everybody just sits back and watches it happen? Like these guys are just, it looks like, obviously this makes it look like they're just standing in the middle of the lab with everybody else. You think they'd like arrest them or something?
그래.
Sure will leave.
역시 저희의 포스.
Would you look at that? Our aura has made them flee out of terror.
고마워 슈렌네 씨.
Thanks, Shreen. This made me seriously consider the possibility that your department might be picked as the best next year for the first time.
슈렌느님.
God,
실례지만
the text is happening so
설마
fast.
박살날 때까지 기다리다가 오신 건
Shame about your
아니라
precious
믿겠습니다.
trophies being destroyed, huh? Mrs. Shreen, pardon me for suspecting, but you did not perchance wait until the trophies were broken before bringing reinforcements, did
이런
you?
것쯤은 괜찮아.
I don't mind losing them,
사진만 멀쩡.
as long as the photo is fine. The damage they left is pretty severe now that I'm seeing it firsthand. Could have gotten all the researchers killed if things went wrong.
네, 그렇기 때문이라도
Indeed, which is why we must eliminate them and reclaim the facility they've occupied as soon as possible. Why then, does K-Corp not provide assistance? Clearly, it's because they don't want the general public to know that such a thing happened in the nest, don't you think? Hello, Netzek. While I may concede on the matter that as innocent feathers were involved, this concerns researchers in a laboratory directly affiliated with the wing.
연고지와 연계되어 있음에도
It's evidence that they wanted to remain discreet that much, don't you think?
아무튼 그래서 말이죠.
Anyway, I ought to bring a generous supply of regeneration ampules for you all to use. Now would be a good time to depart, right? You aren't going on a picnic, Dongrong. You gonna be okay? No problem. Seeing you in battle made me all the more reassured about accompanying you. Just so you know, the technology our manager Dante uses on a different level compared to K-Corp's ampules rather than regenerate. It restores. Therefore, observing it won't provide much insight that can be applied to K-Corp's singularity or regeneration ampules.
치료가 아닌
Restoration, not healing, huh?
설마 단테 씨의
No
능력을
way.
보고
Is he trying to copy Dante's ability like what that shady Bodhisattva chicken guy tried with his rival?
그런 짓은 하지
I wouldn't
않아요.
do such a thing.
전
I'm not the kind of person to cram down food that I know I can't digest.
당신 같은 경우는
Hello, username?
전투에 능한 부하들을 보내는 게 일반적일 텐데.
It has to be common practice for someone like you to send capable underlings to do the fighting for you,
표창이라도 받고
and yet you
싶은
insist
건가?
on being on the front. Are you that hungry for a medal?
아니요, 미처 챙기지 못해요.
No, it's that I left a number of things I couldn't take with me in time.
연속 3년
Like the photo
우수상 받은
commemorating my third
기념사진이랑
consecutive year of winning the
K사
Excellence
감사
Award,
트로피랑
and plaque of appreciation from
연구실
K-Corp,
확장
the photo
기념사진이랑
taken to celebrate my lab's expansion,
또
and
뭐 있었더라?
what else was there, Samjo?
연구와
Classified documents
관련된
concerning the
비밀
research,
문서가
sir.
바-
So it's more that you want to gain back the medals you
아
had.
맞다.
Oh, right, that too. You really did just barely manage to escape there, huh?
저 자식은
I
태어나서
guarantee you,
주먹질 한번 안
that nerd
해봤을걸?
Dongrong has never swung a fist in his life.
편안이야.
He's too carefree.
나처럼
At least bring some
해결사들이라도
fixers like
데려가지.
me.
슈렌느 씨, 그쪽 부서로
Is your
가시는
department
겁니까?
going as well, Miss Shireen?
이번 작전에
I don't see how you
성공한다고
could
해서
benefit from the success of this operation.
셋이 죽었어.
3 of my coworkers died in their last attack.
이득이랑
I've
손해만
lost too much care about interest and
슈렌느
benefits.
씨.
Miss Shireen.
그렇다면 저
In that
해결사분들
case,
출장
will I be
비용은
correct to assume that the
슈렌느
payment for the
지부서에서
fixes will be
지급해주는
handled by your department?
언제까지
Oh, you can't just stop being such an irritating
살아내야 할
bunch.
로보토미 지부는
The
이곳에서
Lobotomy
멀지
Corp
않은
branch we must
위치에
reclaim
있습니다.
isn't too far from here. Let's head there
아,
together.
여러분들이
I was hoping I could get a ride on your bus. What a shame.
다음에 태워드리겠습니다.
I'll secure you an opportunity next
얼른
time.
출발하시죠.
Let's get moving for now.
누구 마음대로?
Oh, who do you think you are to decide that? This mission felt particularly tumultuous.
그래서 말이야. 내가 딱
And then you
집을
see,
건 다음에
I bet that ships
이렇게
declared like
말고
this. All in.
아, 그만 듣고 싶어.
I want to stop hearing it. It's giving me nausea.
역시 제2사 카지노에서는
There's nothing like head-shake poker at J-Corp's casinos. Those people who sit at the slot machines all day long, they're all morons. Wait, you mean there's something up with the machines? This is something I haven't told anyone else, you see. Hold on, you gotta explain in more detail. Things are lively this time around.
둘,
D-L-I. She says she doesn't like it, whispered Sinclair. I whispered back to him saying, I know. Sinclair and Ryoshu are just on a totally different level. They're always on the same wavelength. I like it. A battle! Oh! Wait, we're out of Inkafalen! I could spin one of my boxes, however... Guys, I think that now would be a decent time to call this one. I am very, very, very hungry. We've used up all of our Inkafalen. We could use our boxes. We have 5 boxes. But I think that now would be a good time for me to end stream here. Hello, I'm so sorry. Devin, can I ask you something? Go ahead. Hit me. I think this would be a decent time to call it for a Canto IV. I mean, there's 54, yeah. CG says, well, it's a good thing that there's 54 nodes. So we can take our time. We are definitely in no rush here. But I do want to do some pulls. Should we save our lunacy for the new event? I think we probably should. Fishy says, I agree, you deserve a break. Thank you, Fishy. I appreciate that. I had 3 taquitos prior to starting stream, so I am a bit hungry. I must say, there is a bit of hunger building up inside of me. But let's save this lunacy for whenever the new event happens in 2 days, whenever the new update drops. But we can go ahead and do a couple of pulls with our tickets. I'm okay with that. Dude, look at dude, Gregor fully uptied looks so sick. I'm so glad we uptied him. Let me go to extraction. And we did standard extraction last time. Let's do some Honglu extracts. What if we managed to pull reindeer Honglu? That would be pretty insane. I've seen your Lobotomy Corp gameplay so far, so it's to assume you know what an abnormality is and how people can become abnormalities when subject to an overextended state as a distortion. Yes. Yes, I do have that knowledge under my belt already. Everything that was explained in Lobotomy Corp and Ruina is all up here. Well, maybe like 90% of it. I'm sure I've forgotten some of it, but people love to remind me when I forget things, so. But alright. How many tickets do we have? 4 tickets. We're gonna do 4 pulls enough stream, y'all. Give me something for Mr. Hongi Lu. Okay. 1 poo. Again. Double poo. Would this little orb thing look different if we got something special? I don't know. Triple poo. Come on. Give me something. It's yellow when good. Quadruple poo. All right.
하루가 저물어가는
Yeah, it is kind of sad and kind of lame to end it off without getting anything good from our pulls, but we really should save all this lunacy for the new event, so we will save it. Oh, the battle pass. Good call. We don't even have enough to do the next spot. God dang it. All right, y'all. Well, yes, this is where we're going to end today's stream. But before we go, I want to look at Bam said he posted something in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend joining it in the description. What in the hell is this? Bam? Bam, what in the hell have you created? Bam, is this supposed to be me? Is that me right there? Bam, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of artwork. You know, if I could, I would hang it on my wall. But it's a bit questionable. You know. But I like it. Great work. Great work, Bam. As always, the blocks of hatred. All right, y'all. That's enough for today. It's time to go. It's time to go, y'all. I am a hungry boy. I'm a little put off from Bam's drawing. It's kind of got me a little off center here, off balance, as you could say. But thank you all so much for coming here. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know there was some issues in the beginning of the stream with the connection. Sorry, says Devin, read the message regarding distortions. No, I'll check it out next time. Sorry, don't worry. I'll check it out. I'll check it out next time. But yeah, I think we had some issues at the beginning of the stream. Hopefully they weren't that too prevalent throughout the rest of the stream. I didn't see anybody really say anything about it, but I did ask you guys specifically not to say anything about it. So if that was the reason why I didn't see anything about it, I appreciate it. Hopefully I can get that figured out. I don't know what's going on there. There's just a lot going on right now. As I told you guys, I'll be starting work soon, so like I've got that to deal with, trying to figure out how that's gonna affect stream times, and of course moving to the new place, I'm just trying to like get everything sorted out. As in like also friggin' food. That's why I'm so damn hungry, 'cause I ain't got no food here. Just a lot going on in the block's life right now that we're trying to get handled. So I appreciate you guys putting up with me while we're weathering the storm until things kind of settle into place, you know. But all right, guys. Well, before we end our stream, I'll give a big special thanks to all of our members that we got on the YouTubes, because I really appreciate that. I really appreciate people that give me money. Very, very thoughtful of you guys. So thank you to all 33 of our YouTube members. Those being Comet, Tyann Fam, Air, Gareth, 136, Christy, Violent, Sergio, Hong Lu, Big Bird, Kyonchis, Oliko, KB, you can call me Juan, The Green, Callie, Molten Knight, Gregor, Caballero, Otis, Devourer, Heathcliff, Tony Too Tall, Gabriel, LeVere, Wealthy Kenny, Tony the Horse, Jackie, Yash, Alexandrude. No, go back down. Owen, Bug, Miles, and Alphonse. I hope all of you have a great rest of your morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, wherever the hell you guys are. Now, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, if I can get this damn stream working again. For more Limbus company.